Hello and welcome to the Buckeye Battle 2023 list review. I'm your host, Swamp Swimmer. Joining us shortly will be my partner in crime, Vespasian, but joining us as a very special guest are the newly minted North American Master in 9th Age. It's like I'm in the presence of greatness. Mr. Andrew Ratmond on the channel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. No, this is gonna be fun. Looking forward. Never done one of these in a while, so should be good times.
Yeah, list reviews are always fun.
Greatness.
Also on the review is Sir MC himself, but he just stepped away like a second ago. He'll be back any moment.
I'm still on voice.
Oh,
I'm
he's
still on
here.
voice. I'm just not on camera.
He's still here.
Yep. That's a great thing about laptops. They travel well.
They do travel well. So this is our panel for the list review. This is going to be really fun. This is Buckeyes. There are 44 players, I think, with 22 matchups.
This guy worked with Jeff. There's a few other lists that are not posted yet, so we're on 50. So
okay. Oh, that's fantastic. That 50 is an amazing number. But we don't want to be here all night, so we're going to try to keep this to roughly 5 minutes or less on per list. Actually, preferably less than that. Yeah. So. I mean, is there anything else you guys want to say? Are you both going to Buckeye? I am not. Unfortunately, I cannot make it. But are you two going?
yeah, yep. I'll be there this Saturday. I know some other players are gonna be there Friday for the doubles tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I know Mark is going for sure.
Yep.
I'm going. So.
My wagon train, we're heading out with 5 player. We'll have a total of 6 because we're including Simon with our group. But we'll have a total of 5 players doing the wagon train on Friday, getting there between 6 and 8 total. And we're looking forward to it. The only thing I want to say is, without us, they can never feel like winners. Without them, we could never look so good.
Oh boy, oh boy. Just a quick note, we are simulcasting on Glory of Golden State Gaming, and as well as Green Dragon Gaming. If you're joining us on either channel, welcome. And just a quick shout out to the chat. Anyone watching, please, I am keeping my eye on the chat if you guys want to comment about anything. Phil Carl is in the chat already making fun of me. Phil Carl. Okay.
Is there a way to kick him out? I mean,
I can boot Phil Carl if you guys want me to.
No, he can stick around. You know, I think Ratman will take care of him on Saturday morning.
All right. Well, I say we just jump right into it. I think we are the world premiering the pairings, right? The pairings have not been released to the general public yet. Is that correct?
They were briefly released, taken back, and now, yeah, what you see is what you see.
Oh, here we go.
Is that because we had more people join?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't do it because of more people joining, so on and so forth. So.
All right. Well, here we go. Last thing I want to say, thank you, Jeff, for running Buckeye every year. It's a staple of the 9th Age tournament circuit in the United States. Thank you, Jeff.
Second that. Absolutely second that.
All right. I think that's all the pleasantries. I think that's all the pleasantries. Let's get right to the pairings here. And I'm just gonna jump right into matchup 1. We got a 2 titans of 9th Age here. Fergus versus Mr. Sadler. Whew, Titans. Let's jump in the Fergus's lists first. All right, question, guys. Do you want me to, normally on these list reviews, I read through the list like as fast as I can, then we discuss.
My attitude is as I jump around the screen here, and I apologize to everybody. My attitude is let's just do the highlights, like what you think is important with the list.
Okay.
And that will also help save some of the time when talking about the list.
So Fergus is bringing the Highborn Elves. I'm seeing a Griffin Prince, a Sliver Prince, 2 Phoenixes, or 2, one Frost, 1 Fire, and a big block of Flame Wardens.
So, I mean, that Nova Flare, I know it can punch through a lot of different characters. And the, let's see, that, I mean, he's got, what is it, the Master of Conrad Tower? Yeah, it's Master of Conrad Tower with the
Sliver.
Spear. Who wants to deal with that guy?
No one.
He's got a 5-up Aegis. He'll still be a pain.
Well, he's gonna be he's gonna be swinging before anything.
It's a traditional list. I love the Phoenixes. I think that they are going to absolutely bring a dimension to his army. There's the Sea Reapers, and then he's only got the 1 unit of archers, so he's light on shooting, but he's got enough. He's got something there that's going to cause single models to give worries and knights to give worries. And then you've got the Flame Wardens that have They have a 4-up Aegis all the time, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really sexy. I mean, this is probably a list that 9th Age players have probably seen variations of since 9th Age just kicked out. You know, you got your Spear Lord. Yeah, it's gonna be an issue for some people. Other people are just gonna know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
No tricks. It's pretty not vanilla, but it's a good list. It's a solid list. There's gonna be certain armies that just can't deal with the Flame Wardens or the Princes, to be honest.
Absolutely, I agree.
Let's see what.
It's well rounded enough to also be able to hang out with and I think 5 above its weight class, because those Flame Wardens with a 4-up Aegis, it's a make or break. If his dice are hot, I mean that's gonna put someone else into tears.
Yeah, it can stop anything if his dice are hot. Yeah. But let's jump into what Chuck is bringing. He is bringing Ogre Con, something different from. Or last time I played Chuck, he was playing Empire. But this is a Mammoth Hunter list. Mammoth Hunter BSB, Mammoth Hunter General.
So I wanted to ask Andrew if he's had any experience, because Chuck's your neck of the woods.
Yeah. He's been playing with Ogre Kingdoms here now for probably a good year and a half now. I've seen him run Ogre Kingdoms. He seems to be enjoying it. This list is fast. This list is going to come down to the fact that can you handle the Mammoth Hunters? Because they're going to be on you and your sides and your flanks. If you can deal with them, then you get a good chance.
Well,
I love the 3 giants. I love the 3 giants.
The BSB's on a rock. That is a rock right there with the BSB on.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. 5 Tusker Gav is a big unit of Tuskers, and then Triple Giant. Triple Giant's always fun. It's always fun.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100% on that. I think the Ogre Kingdom Giants are probably some of the best in the game.
Yeah,
just
great
for the
weapons. Yeah, the great weapons. A great weapon on a giant is like the best thing you can get.
Yeah, they're just so annoying.
So he's running a Pyro Master. I'm not sure he had to spend the points for that Pyro Master. I felt that he could have ran the Firebrand add up with the book.
Yeah,
saved
it's
little
true.
Points there.
It's true.
But then again, as Andrew's pointed out, those 3 giants. I mean, he's got a brick of Tuskers with great weapons. They're going to put a hurt on something, because you're not going to go through 15 wounds very easily at Res 5. And at Advance 8, Advance 6 and Advance 8 Army, he's on top of you. Turn 2, he's in close combat. I love the list, my style list.
I think I would have added, instead of one of the 2 tribesmen, maybe try to do 1 unit of bruisers. But that's
you can't in a wild list. You can't.
Oh, okay. There you go. There's your answer.
So the question is, how is this going to match up with Fergus? I think I think the master on Pyro is going to be a big good thing for him against Highborn Elves, of course.
I think there's just too much beef for Fergus, unfortunately.
I think it's Pyro. I mean, the Pyro, most of his stuff has a good Aegis save against it.
Yeah.
It's good. Like Mark just mentioned, it's a lot of beef.
It's beefy. No, I mean, the tribesman with Iron Fist, that's going to be, if he's running them 3 wide, that's just 12 attacks with the front rank with another 9 from the second rank. So he still have +1 attack, I believe. Plus the champ. And then you've got the 2 mammoth hunters, one of which is on a monster. His Reapers, he only has 2 Reapers, being Fergus, which at best is strength 6. Maybe a couple wounds off a giant, but those giants are going to go into something and do some damage first before they go down swinging.
Yeah, I got this for probably a good solid win for Mr. Sadler.
Yep, agreed.
Man, Fergus, I'm sorry, Fergus. Please forgive me.
I love Fergus. I love Fergus. My first memory of Fergus, he came in dressed like King Tut. That was my introduction to Fergus. But yeah, it's a beef.
Okay, Mark, is there any chance you could just be on like a Google sheet or something, and let's record our picks, because I wanna see how accurate we are about picking first round wins.
Okay. All right, hold on, I'm going in sheets right now.
Perfect. And of course,
Here's
vote.
The other factor.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just think I agree with you guys. I think Chuck's got the beef to take on this. I think the Phoenixes are going to cause him a little bit of problems. Fergus has the charge range advantage over Chuck.
I don't think he cares though.
Yeah, but he can, if he gets that Nova Prince he can blow through. I don't know. I think it's Chuck. 3 votes.
So keep in mind when we're doing these predictions is turn game 1 is blind deployment, hold the center.
Ooh.
So which always throws big what ifs, question marks across the board, because it's not a matter of just line across the board where things are at. You kind of have to look at the board and the terrain to kind of guess where they're going to be. So
true. Okay, let's move on to the next matchup. CJ, who's bringing the Asklenders. I love it. I love seeing the CJ loves the Asklenders, and I love just seeing.
That's Hobgoblins, I believe.
Oh shoot, you're right. Oh man, I apologize. That is Hobgoblins, but still, my point stands. I love the extra books, the auxiliary books. I love seeing them on the table. I love seeing them in tournaments. This is great. But we are not going to know any of the rules on the Hobgoblins. And he's playing against Max on Infernal Dwarves.
Yep.
CJ, what you got here? Okay,
I'm looking up the rules for the army right now.
So I know a little bit of it because I not play tested, but I ran a couple lists with this with Maddox and I. They have a rule where the slingers, if they hit a target first, they're going to be extra AP or +1 to hit. If it's in the flank of units when they're shooting, they get another thing. I think those flintlocks are pretty traditional. I think from the ID book.
So they have the War Cry. It's a 1-use only. Basically, it's the old Orc and Goblin +1 advance 2 march rate, and hold the line.
This is, I mean, basically this is max light shooting. There's just tons of light shooting shots. There's tons of bow shots. Yeah.
And it's like the Mongol warriors riding around with the short bows. Yeah.
I think the 2 characters, the satraps, those are pretty tough characters if I remember correctly. But yeah, like I said, this is all speculation without really looking at the book.
Yeah, I don't think
it is. At the end of the day, it's just Hobgoblins.
The one thing I know is I think the Blasted Plains emissaries. No, those are the guys on foot with flintlock axes. Never mind. The other ones are the camels with cannons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see those.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just a billion bow shots from core, slings, and then flintlock axes and the hob cataphracts. I don't know. And then 2 ballistas. This is just shoot you down with a whole bunch of light shooting. Well, let's see if.
And I think they're always AP1, by the way.
Yeah.
That is correct. I believe that is true.
Yeah, that's gonna help him out against the Infernal Dwarves. Max. He's got the Great Bull. I love it. The Great Bull.
Yeah, I just see 2 counters automatically. The 2 artillery pieces of Napa Thrower. I mean, if anything comes within 24 inches of those, it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah, double Napa Thrower and Rocket Battery.
With an unbreakable Iron Demon Infernal Engine with 2d3 grind, strength 6.
Yeah, does CJ have an answer for that Rock Crusher?
No.
No.
I mean, not without really diving into it. No.
Death by a million cuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of AP1 shots, you know. Here's a 4-up, here's a 6, here's a 6.
Yeah.
The thing is can CJ get close enough to Maxwell? Maxwell is running that big bull. Maxwell needs to hide that big bull and shoot him. That's really what's going to be down to.
Yeah. And just wait for a countercharge with the big bull.
To be honest, Max could probably play this game without the big bull and still win because it's just the way his list is constructed with all those 2 flamethrowers.
I agree. I mean, as an Infernal Dwarf list, this is shooting at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I unfortunately, it all depends on the terrain on the table, and I actually think blind deployment is a disadvantage to the Hobgoblin army because if the Infernal Dwarf player maps it out properly, he's just going to keep his firing lanes open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just in the corner and just say, okay, just let him come to him.
And what he needs to do is focus fire with all those light shots onto one target, hopefully blow it out in 1-2 turns. That's hard to do on blind deployment.
If I remember correctly, the Hobgoblin's leadership is pretty low.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's vassals.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd make a prediction, Maxwell.
Yeah, I'm with Max on this one.
The only thing that would probably make this closer is just Maxwell not knowing the rules of the Hobgoblins and just making a mistake.
Yeah.
So his name is not known to me. Who is he?
Who? CJ6 or Maxwell?
No, Max.
Maxwell is out of Detroit. Probably one of the greatest people I've ever in the game. He's
cool.
No, he really is. He's a great guy. He helped me buy my house here a couple years ago. He's an awesome man.
Sweet.
Absolutely, sounds wonderful.
Maxwell, all I recommend from you is just do a brief read through the Hobgoblin list, and and I think you'll be okay.
He's in that Sadler Hedis gaming group without.
Oh, I know who he is now. Okay, yeah.
I almost guarantee you know who he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So 3 votes for Maxwell, and moving on here. Mr. Andrew Heats versus Judd. I don't know. Oh, I know who Judson is. Highborn Elves versus the new ONG, which, I'm excited to see that. But first, let's see what Andrew brought. So he got the Lion Charian Prince, and he got the Master Chronic Tower Prince. Double Phoenix again. And more Flame Wardens. Not as big of a unit as the last list we saw, and a block of spears. Okay.
Big block of spears.
Yeah.
Respectable. You gotta respect that unit.
33.
And he's got great, which are always annoying.
Yeah. I mean, this is another kind of. I feel like Highborn, the current meta for Highborn is just like picking which 2 princes you want to bring. That's what the meta is.
Do I bring Cosmo or do I bring the Spear Lord? You know, I mean, which one do I want to do?
Yeah. Surprisingly,
they've got some dragons that go in there sometimes with that bow of theirs. You know, there's a fourth that they can throw in.
what is interesting is he has 2 Royal Huntsman characters. He has the Prince Royal Huntsman, which is pretty standard, but then he's got a BSB Royal Huntsman, which I don't see very often.
Yeah, that one is kind of unique. He's got 3 zoning characters. No, 2 zoning characters, and then obviously the Flame Warden.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I love the Grey Watchers though. I really do, and I think that with the way his princes and commander are kitted out, it just and the Phoenixes, it pairs very well with this list.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
not a list. I mean,
I agree.
It's a typical, like Marcus said, it's a typical High Elf list. I mean, nothing truly sexy.
Yeah, and
But High Elves themselves don't have anything sexy right now.
they've got
I just wanna see-
they've got dragons in special. They got something sexy.
No, I'm talking about like the old Mike Smith, where he just bring like 20, 30 dragon princes and a couple dragons. That's what I'm missing.
All right, true. And he's supplementing his Master of the Chronic Tower with an Adept on Pyro, which, okay, we'll see that. But let's move on to Judson's list here. ONG, I love it seeing ONG list. Bring on the new lists. Is this the old or new book?
This is new because it says Veteran Orcs.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So he's got a Master on Shamanism. Shaman on a Chariot with Pyromancy. Adept. The General with the Attack Nasher, Crown of Autocracy. 2 big blocks of Orcs. Reavers, Iron Orcs, Marauders, Great Green Idol, Nashers, Iron Orc Chariots. Gosh, I mean, this is I'm surprised to see this isn't an Orc list. The current understanding about the new book is the goblins are broken, so I'm like, oh god, what?
Like I see orcs and I'm like, oh, this guy's a fluff. I mean, that's the only way I can look. I know. I mean, your Nashers are still Nashers, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
Orcs are still orc. There's still a lot of attacks.
Yeah, the GGI is still now unbreakable. He's not supernal anymore. He's just unbreakable now, I believe. The one item I'm missing here is I don't see the bound totem. I don't know the name of that item.
What I don't see is the mascot, the rule. Like any unit that has the mascot, which gives the orc units +1 attack or whatever it is, or no, that give them hatred.
Yeah. And I don't see the poison goblin shooters that are absolutely everyone's just raving about.
Yeah.
Well, they're like the old goblin shooters. If you remember going against James Silva's old list from Buckeyes a few years ago.
Yeah. Bound totem can only be taken by a gobbo caster. Yeah, the Iron Orcs are really good. I've heard that. I've seen them in units, I think.
Yeah, this is a shove list. This is an orc shove list. This is gonna go right up the gut, right on to these elves. But I think they have the right answers to surround them and then just quadruple charge one of these veteran orc units or the Iron Orcs and take them off the board.
Yeah, that's one thing when I did get a test game with Silva is that the orcs do have a massive amount of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
They get more attacks if other orcs are in unit on the board.
Yeah, that's the two combos with the orcs. If another orc unit is in combat, you get +1 attack, and then if you're in combat with also a unit that has the beloved mascot, you get hatred, I think.
Okay.
But I don't see any of the beloved mascot units.
And he's got a big unit of Iron Orcs. Ooh.
Yeah, I know, 30. That's pretty beefy.
I mean, if they're anything like the old Iron Orcs, that's a lot.
I think they no longer have plate. It's now heavy armor, but otherwise they haven't changed. They still have all the weapons all the time, whatever they with Weapon Master. And I found out the hard way they will go through knights like Swiss cheese.
All right. All right. What do you think, Mark?
I'm going to go with the orcs.
Oh!
I'm going to go with Judd because I think he just shoves it, and there's just too much. Again, it's a lot of res 4, it's a lot of attacks, and he's just going to outlast the Highborn. And the Lion Chariots. Am I missing a monster other than the big green idol?
Yeah, the Great Green Idol's the only monster, and they won't get multi-wound with the Great Green Idol because it's a giant infantry, right? The Huntsmen only get multi-wounds against beasts and... Oh no, it's gigantic. It'll get it against gigantic.
Okay. I don't know. I'm sure Phil Carr will probably throw it in the chat and let us know.
Damn it, Phil.
But come on, Phil. We need our rules lawyer.
I'll go with my boy Andrew. I'll go with Mr. Ennis.
I love Andrew. I really do. I mean, but yeah, no, I think, and Andrew's first off is a really good player too. I know nothing about Judd, but just based off the list, I think it's just too many bodies.
Judd's a good man. I played him a couple of times down, and he's in the Chicago area. He's a good guy. Solid player.
Yeah, I'm gonna break the tie. I'm going Andrew. Andrew Heats, Highborn Elves.
All right. Who are you, hippie? All right, we're going. It's Hettes, right? What's his last name? Andrew?
Hettes, yeah.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Luke Nickel, who I'm unfamiliar with, against Alex Meyer. I know Alex Meyer. Running the Beast Herds. I love the Beast Herds. Luke, Warriors of the Dark Gods. Oh, General on a Wasteland Dragon. Gotta love that.
Respect.
And then triple giant and 2 single regular warrior chariots, not the chosen chariots. It's an interesting list. And then 2 units of Warriors of Pride, so he's going to be fleeing away from you.
Yeah. And the Scythewheel Sorcerer. Look at that.
Yeah, two characters, the General on the Dragon and the Master Evo Scythewheel Sorcerer.
So here's the thing: is he can hide behind the giant. So if someone's doing a shooting list, and
now, this is Buckeye. There is no shooting at Buckeye. I think it's outlawed. Actually, I think you get deducted.
I guess I missed that memo. This is the
Midwest. We only go push forward, and we'll meet in the middle and see what happens with dice.
Yeah. Why finagle with movement and shooting? Just shove.
Well, shooting lists, they don't move.
This is interesting. This is an interesting list. This is definitely off meta for Warriors for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Marauding Giants, they're interested. I mean, you gotta expect any warrior player that brings a Wasteland Dragon. I mean, that's just bringing the heat right away.
Oh, and the General's on Lust also, so that dragon can flee.
It's a lot of single model movement in there. A lot of single model.
The Pride one are minimized leadership.
Pride's minimized leadership, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So how as a player, do you think he'll be able to capitalize on his single model movement?
You know, I haven't run across Luke in a long time. He's gonna find out real quick if he can. He's got a whole bunch of single models, so.
Yeah, if he does that well, I mean, he's able to play the avoidance. He's able to play cagey. He's able to just shove it down your throat.
Yep.
And I love the giant chaff. Giants are like the perfect chaff.
Depends what you're playing against, but we are onto the Beast Herds. Alex is a great guy. I played him in Wichita recently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So he's got the Beast Lord on the Chariot. He's got the Centaur Chief BSB. Adept on Druidism, Adept on Shamanism. Non-ambushing Wildhorns. So he's taking a page out of my book too, and then 2 units of small ambushing Wildhorns, Raiders, big block of Centaurs, Minnow Sticks, Chariot, Cyclop, Gortak. So he's got some single models too to run around.
Yeah.
I mean, this is actually kind of scary for Luke.
Yeah, he's got the tools for everything, like all those solo models. The Cyclop, if it hits, could be a problem. And that's the big thing about Cyclops. Is
Strength 7, isn't it? Divine?
Strength.
Yes.
Yeah, Strength 7 Divine on the center hit, D3 wounds.
And I think it still has clip wings.
Oh, yes.
I believe so.
So he gets the dragon, it'll be D3 plus 1, yeah.
And he'll see that little sorcerer flying around.
Oh, I guess the sorcerer too will be D3 plus 1.
Giant.
Yeah, he'll be behind that
Depends on the
sorcerer.
giant.
He'll hide the sorcerer.
I mean, I love the minnow darts. I played with Alex as a Buckeyes Baron for team tournament. The minnow darts are fun.
Yeah, they are. They can in the right situation, they can do so much work.
The issue is he has a champ rather than a musician.
What's Luke's
Nobody wants a champion. This is against the character. If you put that into the character can only kill the champion. And then you
want
swing.
champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you swing on him with 6 battle focus, re-rolling hit attacks, strength 7.
Yeah, you definitely want champions because they're just
Yeah.
darts. You never count the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's dead. Can you scroll up? What's Luke's magic?
So he's got the Master on Evo, but he also has Dark Prelate, so he has the bound spells from the Lord, also from the character.
The reason I'm looking at is, does he have the magic to take care of that Gortok with range? Because the only thing I can think of is the hereditary.
Yeah, he's got the hereditary. I think he gets the hereditary with Dark Prelate.
And doesn't Evo have snipes? No.
And then Evo has snipes, but I mean, yeah, the Evo, the Hasten the Hour could work on the Gortok. It's just risky.
Yeah, and he's got Druidism to heal him up. That Gortok could have a field day with that army.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Alex on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm Alex. Beasters all the way. If he plays it right, and I know Alex is a great player, yeah, I think he can. If he can take care of those giants early, and then put the general, the Wasteland Dragon, in a kind of risky spot with some charges, he could really take this list pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Does Alex have any throwing weapons in his list?
Oh yeah, Centaurs, big block of them.
The two block of ambushing centaurs have thrown weapons.
Yep.
And
Oh, no,
Centaurs.
I'm sorry, the wild horns, the 2 blocks of ambushing wild horns, and the centaurs have thrown weapons also. Yeah.
Oh no, we're on agreement. It's sorry, Alex Myers. All 3.
All right, Alex, do us proud. Do the beast herds proud. All right. Let's see here. Match 5. Frankie versus Sean Mooney. My boy Sean. Sean is an ex-Sacramento guy who moved to Michigan, I think, recently.
Actually, he just moved to the Detroit area.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, let's see.
Michigan's super strong to Buckeye, and we usually do.
Michigan. Okay. Frankie, I'm unfamiliar with, but he is running Highborn Elves. Okay, which princes are in this list?
He's been on the game for 2 years now. Actually, just got recently married here within the last month. Frankie was a very solid player back in the day.
Okay. Hey,
he'd knocking off the roof.
I love to see.
Back in the day.
No matter what, I love to see some 8th edition players coming out of the woodwork, playing some 9th Age, getting into the tournament scene. I love it. That's all day.
Absolutely.
Frankie's a good man. Glad he's coming.
But he's got the Lion Prince and the Master of the Krennic Tower Prince.
He's got the ring to turn off magic items. He's got the ward save. And then he's got the other guy with the 4-up, Master Conric Tower. Do you have a spear or just great weapon? Just great weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. They change it, save points.
Yep. Then there's another Lion Chariot, great weapon.
Yeah, there's another Lion Chariot BSB. That is a unique choice, but interesting. And then Adept on Cosmology.
Lion Chariots everywhere.
This is an interesting list. This is kind of like he toned down everything about the previous 2 lists we saw and kind of got a little bit more in every category.
This is a traditional Frankie list minus that Mage Dragon. This is what he used to run back in the day. Yeah, that's due to him. I don't think that was around when he left.
Yeah. This is a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. Lancers, archers, reavers, wardens, fiery heart, Grey Watchers. Just little sprinkling of everything. It's a good list. If you know how to use it, it's a great list.
All right, what's Mr. Mooney have?
Beastards again. Oh, I love seeing the Beastards. Soothsayer General, which is a little weird. He's the Mario Kart Soothsayer. Chieftain, BSB on foot, Eye of Dominance. Mongol.
What does that do now?
That's the cannot be stomped and causes fear and terror, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
They changed what it used to be.
Yeah. Big block of minnows. Block of longhorns. Chariot, Briar Beast, Cyclops, Jabberwock.
Interesting.
He's going to have the stubborn brick of I don't want to touch it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 30 longhorns. That's a big block. That's the max block. Yeah.
He's not running druidism because I usually would think of that with stone skin. Just make that thing solid and an immovable brick.
Still, shamanism's great. I mean, it works in conjunction with him being like a mud pit piece where he can throw that into anything and he gets any one shamanism spell off, and you have to roll 5+ twice to wound him, no matter what's hitting him.
Yeah. And like James in chat just mentioned, those Cyclops are a big issue for the Flame Wardens.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
And those are two pieces that, unless Frankie can take them off pretty quickly, could cause a lot of problems for the Flame Wardens.
All right, done,
And
guys.
I do love the Briar Beast. I wish more people took it.
So in my new Beast Herd list that I'm running as an experiment, I got triple Briar Beast. They're fun. They are very fun.
Yes, I remember those things.
But man, I'm riding this train all the way. Beast Herds, go Beast Herds. Sean, you're gonna win this. Go Beast Herds, go.
Yeah,
I think Sean as well.
I'm going with Sean. I played him before. He's a great player, good guy, and he knows how to use that list.
Yeah, I played the game with him about a month ago when he moved to Detroit and online. And he gave me a curb stomping.
Yep.
Awesome.
No, Sean's not only a good player, he's on the playtesting team, and he's always thinking. And I played him a bunch out in California, and he's good. He's a good player.
Good. Yeah, can't wait to meet him.
Frankie. Okay, there we go. Okay, match 6. Oh, Josh Curran. Josh Curran's my boy. He's gonna probably show up drunk Saturday morning. And then he's gonna still be drunk Sunday morning after Saturday night. So just putting that out there. Jeffrey, I don't know who you are, but get ready for the game of your life.
Oh, wow.
As long as it's a fun game and everything else. I played one game where my opponent was a little too inebriated, and it can sometimes it's good to have fun, but if you're playing too loose and stuff, so
no, it's true. It's true. Josh is not there. But I'm just giving him a hard time. But yeah, you're right. When you're playing someone who's a little too many drinks in them, it can be really annoying.
Yes.
Let's see what Josh is bringing. He's still running the Warriors. Sorcerer, Wizard, Adept on Evocation, Adept on Alchemy, Barb Chief. This is different on a Shadow. This is the really annoying Barb Chief on a Shadow Chaser.
Maddox used to run that thing.
Yeah. Greed Warriors, Fallen, Chosen Knights on Gluttony. He loves his Chosen. Double 8 Warrior Knights times 2. Flare.
It's a good, solid, slogging push warrior list.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's, what, 30
units.
35 attacks, 36 attacks with the Chosen, possibly.
Well, they get 3 attacks in the front rank, or is it 4 attacks in the front rank with paired weapons?
With paired weapons, it's 4.
Yeah,
4 attacks front rank, 3 from the second rank.
Yeah. So it's 420 plus 35. Yeah, 35 attacks. 36 for the champion.
Yeah, and they're initiative 6 on the charge.
God, they're so crazy.
They'll murder elves. Yeah.
But he is going up against orcs. We have to yet see what type of orcs and goblins we're up against.
All right.
Good. There's no ancestor, there's no herald, so I got to respect it. I mean, he's going off meta. And there's no elders, so I already like this guy. So.
Yep.
No, Josh is. I gave him a hard time, but he is a cool dude. He's really fun. He's one of the California guys who travels a lot for tournaments, and he's a good time every time.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
Oh, you will be. I'm telling him. I'm telling him to go talk to you. Then I'm telling Josh to go talk to you.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, and he's running against Jeffrey. Jeffrey. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but let's see what you're bringing. The ONG.
Yeah,
Okay.
And Simple Giants.
So this is the beloved mascots. He's got the veteran orcs. Ooh, man. 2 times 6 trolls. Wowie, wow.
What do forest trolls do?
I think they're toughness 5 now in a 4th
I thought
region.
those were cave.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the new ONG book yet because just haven't been practicing against it just yet.
Yeah.
Not until after.
No, I think that I did a brief look at the ONG book, and I think this core unit, the veteran orcs with spears, is a really
Trolls
strong
are
unit.
tough in 4th region. 2 attacks apiece. No pukes, I know that.
Yeah.
And leadership 6. This is what Mr. Carl's saying.
But you know, they're not stupid anymore. They're not stupid anymore. They no more testing.
I mean, that was the only unit in the whole army books that had that rule.
It's a holdover. I'm glad it went away. I really am. I mean, it gave flavor, but it was more annoying than anything else. The 4 fortitude. I mean, unless we've seen a bunch of infernal dwarves, so I don't know how that will do. There's a lot of alchemy going around with Lord of Gold.
Josh has alchemy and Evo, so 2 answers to regen. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
The question is here: if Josh throws one of those unit of 8 warrior knights into the front of one of these blocks of orcs, and let's say one other monster or something, one other character, can he blow through? Can he get through one of these unit of orcs?
No.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be hard. I think this is a hard list for Josh to get through. He's got the
well,
quality.
No, Josh has to. Just gotta do a little dance. Gotta do a little,
little scat.
Stick and move.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go with ONG just because it has more bodies. I mean, only reason it wouldn't go that way is the Chosen just start going.
Yeah,
well,
he puts
Chosen.
That
The
Chosen.
Chosen goes through pretty much through all those units.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's got. He also has the Wasteland Torch.
Yes, he
with
does.
The Chosen Knight, which is flaming. What, first round of combat?
Flaming first round of combat. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Josh. I think Josh can pull this out.
All right. So Andrew, you're Jeff.
I'll take Jeff.
All right. So we've got Andrew on Jeff.
Don't feel good. Take Jeff.
I think I'm going to go with Josh. I think Josh has too many answers.
Yes, go Josh. Go Josh. All right.
Josh.
Let's see here. That was match 6. This is now match 7. Michael Borden, I'm unfamiliar with, and Derek, I'm unfamiliar with.
Derek is Cleveland, if that's VS. I can't remember.
Yeah, it is VS, yeah.
Yep.
So, Michael, on the demons, I love to see the demons show up. Yeah, they're kind of the demons are on the back burner right now. Not many people are really playing them, which is sad to see. But he's got the Scourge. He's got a Sentinel. Succubi, Myrmidons, Brazen Beasts, Hoarders, Blazing Gory, Eidolons, Clawed Fiends.
Jack
He's a little bit of everywhere on that list.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's a grab bag list for sure.
The big thing is for a lot of people. Do you have an answer for the Scourge?
Do you have an answer?
No.
Or do you not have an answer? You're right. You're right. It's like that's almost what it comes down to.
It's Vermin Swarm. It depends on how long you can keep the Scourge away.
Let's see if he brought a cannon, the Moss Cannon. Ooh, I don't see any cannons. I don't see any cannons. Okay. Oh, this is the new Twin Towers list? Double bell, double pulpit and bell. I love it. I love it.
5+ poison in those disciples.
Ugh, that's not gonna be fun for the demons.
No.
56 Legionnaires. And what's the maximum damage output a Scourge can do?
At initiative 0, it has what, 7 wounds, 13 with hatred. Depends.
Well, no. So if he's at 13, that's including rage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that shouldn't be first round of combat. So that's going to be 13 possible wounds. He should do
13 if he swings, because he's at initiative 1 on the charge.
The question is, if he goes into one of these big blocks with either one of the towers in it, can he go through that tower?
Not the poison one.
Yeah.
Not the pulpit one. Not at all.
Yeah.
And he's got witchcraft and occultism. So he's got Hand of Glory, given a 4 of Aegis.
Wheel turns.
Wheel turns always wound on 4s. He's got the Storm Rocket, Crystal Ball.
I'm going Vermin.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Mike. I want to pull for you. I want to pull for the demons. I got to go with the Vermin.
Just nasty right now. And he isn't this. And Derek's not even bringing all the nasty. He doesn't have any of the massive weapon teams. He doesn't have Giselles. He doesn't have cannons. I mean, this is a pretty friendly list.
Yeah,
for
that's
VS
true.
Wise.
It's not super dirty. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Who left the cheese at home?
Yeah, I think we're all going for Derek on the Vermin Swarm, which I hate to do. I always feel it's wrong to vote for Vermin Swarm, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Derek.
All right, match 8. We got James and O'Brien. O'Brien Jennings, he's a good guy.
My boy O'Brien.
But James is running Warriors. General and a Chimera, which is not a usual pick on Pride. Double Chosen Lord. The second one's on foot, it seems like. Yeah, with Wrath.
Yep.
Double Adept. Warriors of Envy, Chosen, which are just tons of fun, but on Wrath with halberds, that can really tear through some units. And then triple Chimera, super unique list. I love this. So 4 Chimeras in this list.
No Chimeras go like March 20.
They March 20. They're advanced 8, March 20. Yeah.
Super fast. Yeah.
4 wounds, I believe. Res 5. So his character's got a 5-up Aegis with the Burning Portent. It's different. I mean, that he's got such fast chaff, absolutely fast chaff. I'm gonna mute my camera and because my kid's coming down the stairs.
No worries. Oh, man, this. I'm not a big fan of Chimeras. Yeah, they're fast, but they're really not. They're not an amazing single model running around the board.
No, they're only 4 wounds, 4 armor, 4 attacks. It's not like meta, but I mean, I think they're cool. I hope he has a good time with them. Yeah, I don't know how well they're.
I think he's going to use them as chaff / try to get around your side and get in your rear pieces, and then at the same time pressuring you with the Chosen Lords and the Chosen. But
he's got 2 Alchemy, 2 Evo. He's got Fan Braces and Rod of Battle and Heirloom. So he's got 7 spells. Interesting.
Well, James, you stumped us. This is an interesting list. But let's see what O'Brien's bringing. First VC list. I love it. I love it. With the Zombie Dragon. Yes, sir. Yes, for Nosferatu Zombie Dragon.
This is a naughty list.
He's got the race in there.
Oh,
Got
race.
Phantom Host,
Shrieking Horror.
5 Vamp Knights.
This is a nasty list.
This is bitchy.
The one you want to look at is that 705 vampire count. That dude he's got Reaper's Harvest and Crimson Rage.
Oh, so he just...
So he always re-rolls the hit with Battle Focus.
Ugh. And every time he does a wound, he can heal back the unit, right?
No. He won't be in the unit if he doesn't need to be. He'll go through most units. And he wounds, it's Divine and wounds on your leadership.
Oh, that's Reaper's
AP
Harvest.
10.
That's Reaper's Harvest, right?
Yeah. AP 10.
But doesn't it give Vampiric to the unit?
No.
No.
Oh.
That's
Another magic weapon.
whatever. I think of what it's called. I can't remember the name of that one. The other thing is that vampire count, the zombie dragon, I believe is a challenge dragon that you have to accept challenges from.
Is it Lamia?
Mesmerizing Gaze, isn't that what does it?
Yeah, it's one of those 2.
Okay,
This is a
I don't know.
He's a very good player, and that is a bitchy list.
Here's the other thing. He has 2 units of Ethereal units. I don't see too many magical weapons except for the Portent Lord.
Yeah, well, he's got
True.
the 7 spells. Some of those are magic missiles.
Yeah.
Does he have Veil Walker in that list above?
No.
No.
I've got to go with O'Brien.
I'll always go with OB.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's going to be Luck of the Irish.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate to vote for the VC, but yeah, I think Brian, you got it. I think you got it. I mean, those knights are high quality attacks against low wound, high quality wounds. Yeah, I think O'Brien's got it. It's a triple vote for O'Brien.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
You got
fair
a
enough.
Mr. Captain joining us on the podcast here too. It looks like.
Captain Caps, Captain America is in the chat, folks. Captain America has entered the chat.
Oh, CJ, Jesus.
Andrew, this is your first time on one of our YouTube list reviews. You're now YouTube famous, so congratulations.
I guess so. My daughter, I got like cool points today because my daughter found I was going to be on YouTube. So, my daughter loves me again.
Till tomorrow.
Tell her to subscribe to the channel. Tell her to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. All right. Simon Herfrey, my boy from New York, West Coast Warriors, or not West Coast, East Coast Warriors. Simon,
yeah, I gotta say, you're mixing. You've had to convert. You chose to move.
it was a Freudian slip.
Convert.
It was a Freudian slip. Don't worry about it. But
And he's a GD. That's all I can say. He's a green dragon this tournament.
Yes. He's running his Infernal Dwarfs like he loves. He's got a general on a bull, a regular bull. Depth on alchemy. 2 blocks of big Citadel Guard. Big block of Turok Anointed. Titan Mortar. Kadim Chariot. Double Titan Mortar. And then a Giant with a Tower Shield.
Actually played Simon last night with his list. It's a good solid. It's a solid list. It's a solid ID list.
Yeah. It's very
really nice.
It's not mobile. It's got one counter punch, which is the Turok Anointed. But when you're getting to him, you got to go through some chaff. You got to go through a giant, and you're being just mortars being dropped on you.
Yeah.
And look, the engine's still the engine. It's still an immovable brick. If you don't have a way to deal with that, it's just going to hold up something. And the giant's decent. I do like his giant. Let's see what he's up against. Let's see if let's take a look at this other list.
What else it looks like?
No, it's Highborn. Highborn.
Oh, there's so many Highborn elves.
I know there's a lot of Highborn elves. Jesus.
Oh my god, that's a lot of line guard.
What does Gleaming Robe do? You never see Gleaming Robe on there.
We have Aegis.
Gracton versus Schmuden? I think it's hard target or something. If I remember correctly.
I thought it was 3-up Aegis versus magical.
Someone check that.
I'm looking it up.
He's got the Royal Huntsman Prince not on a chariot. So the Royal Huntsman with all those Lion Guard, double Frost Phoenix, Lion Chariot Chaff. I think this is a lot of. I think this is a fluff list. There's like so many lion stuff going on. I love it.
It completely counters everything Simon brings. Like Simon cannot push that Lord up, can't push the engine up, can't push the engine up.
James is saying Gleaming Robes is 3-up Aegis, but your armor's set to 1.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You can never be improved. Yep.
And double Frost Phoenix too.
Well, here's the other thing. If he miscasts and rolls Inferno or Witchcraft or Witchfire, the number of hits is halved, rounding up.
So it lowers the effect of miscast, which is interesting.
It's not a very popular item, but surprise.
Gosh,
that means is he's going to put that right in the Lion Guard unit and just push it forward.
Yeah.
And that he doesn't need a brick. He's not going to be in the Spears. He's going to be in the Lion Guard. And if you want to dedicate some attacks into him.
Because it's really like, if you get that lion, one of those Lion Guard blocks, with the Lion Prince and a Frost Phoenix into any combat, they're gonna just chew through anything. But he has to walk through multiple rounds of Titan mortar shots. But I have to admit, I know Simon really sucks at rolling to hit for Titan mortar shots.
Yes, he does. He will misfire. He will misfire. I guarantee he'll be turn 1.
I cannot argue that.
I mean, I think he's a little bit better than Stottle lately. I mean, Stottle's been having some misfire issues, but I think Stottle did rectify that. I mean, Simon's got the shoot and the deal with it. He's just gonna be at what, a 5-up armor instead of a 3-up armor.
Yeah,
but eventually they're still gonna reach. They're still gonna reach. The question is how many. He's got the 2 Phoenixes that are gonna be able to get around.
I don't know about a ring. If Simon just corners and just comes out, he'll be fine. And it's blind deployment. Hold the center. If Simon lines up across the board, he's gonna be in trouble. But if Simon comes out in the corner, that Wood Elf or a High Elf list is going to be in trouble because he doesn't have any really true beef. And I mean,
but it's going to take the objective, and then it could be the most boring game there is of round 1.
Yeah, Simon
could be really funny and exciting, and someone's going to get steamrolled.
Yeah.
Knowing Simon, and I hope he's taking notes from what Andrew just said, because there was a lot of good wisdom that was just meant.
I would sit in a corner and take my small loss because you can't engage those Lion Guard.
I know.
Win it with range. Take care of it with range.
Yeah.
But if you whittle down those Lion Guard with Titan mortar shots and with just your light shooting.
The problem is that light shooting is 12-inch range.
Yeah,
if you're within 12-inch range, you're dead.
Yeah, it waits to get within range and then steps up and pistols you in the face. I'm saying it. Simon's gonna win this. He's gonna pistol whip Matt really bad.
All right. So let's see here. So we have.
Because I want my macaroons he's going to bring for me. So let's go with Simon.
Okay, 2 votes for Simon. Mark?
Yes.
What do you got?
I think Simon will have the prettiest army out there next to Brian Hulley's.
Sounds like a highborn.
I have to go with the damn fancy elves.
All right. Oh, man. Stab in the back. East Coast players voting against each other. Oh, that's horrible.
Andrew, we bet a case of beer.
Okay, all right. I know.
Whoever wins is a case of beer. So I want my case of beer.
All right. Moving on. Simon, you can do this. Simon. All right.
I'm pulling for you, Simon. I'm sorry, I don't have faith.
John Ailes.
Wow.
And
Like
Kurt
Empire.
Kopp. Both these people I'm unfamiliar with.
John is an indie boy. Kurt, I believe, is indie as well.
Okay.
I only see their names at Buckeye. Maddox knows who they are, but
Yes.
I think I only see them at Buckeye.
Whoa, quick prediction off the bat. Ryan Capps calling out John Ailes to win immediately. We haven't even looked at the list yet. Ryan Capps in the chat. John Ailes wins.
Wow.
Yeah, well, yes. John L's a very experienced player compared to Kurt.
Okay.
I will go with that. I can
All
agree
right.
with Caps on that.
Empire of Sonstal. Death Warrant.
Shooting.
I
Halberd
remember
unit.
seeing this
Halberd
list.
unit. Handgun. Militia.
You
Imperial
could get
Guard
points off of this.
Ooh. Double Arcane Engine. Rangers. Cannon, Mortar, Volley Gun. Woohoo! Blah.
What is unit? Is that the extra range to your orders?
Which one?
Banner of Unity on the Imperial Guard.
That's the one I think you get to do double order.
Double up orders.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is a gun line list if I've ever seen one.
Come on, Caps. What's the rule?
What do we got here? He doesn't have any engines, which is surprising.
He
Yeah.
doesn't need them.
Rangers are annoying against gigantic things.
Yes, very true. It really matters what he's up against. Let's look at what Kurt brought. Undying Dynasties,
Oh, already not good.
Arc of Ages, General on a Chariot, Double Casket, which is interesting.
No, very good. Very good.
Double Sand Scorpion, which is the Sand Scorpions, do they automatically ambush or do you have to pay for the underground ambush?
No, they automatically ambush.
Yeah, so that'll be nice for you. Colossus, Giant, and
He
Double
spent all
Battles.
his points. Big things.
Wow.
Um,
Kurt, this is a bad matchup for you. Double Cannon against Double Battle Sphinx and Colossus and Giant.
I don't
And
know.
Rangers.
I'm not worried about the Rangers. I mean, I'm not.
Rangers.
Yeah, they're just fishing for sixes. They're fishing for sixes, and they'll, yeah.
They're fishing for sixes. Don't Sphinxes have like a 4-up armor?
Not against lethal strike, they don't.
Ryan Caps is a good question. What are the basic rules for the ancient giant?
Not the good one. There's a scarab one that makes them distracted. I think it's just a regular giant. It's not the good one. There's a golf cart one that gives him he's on a chariot. There's a scarab one. This is the cheap one.
No, but what are the base rules that it gets, like, just for being a giant in the Undying Dynasties book? Does it get just basic?
Raid. No, it's just a basic giant that's undead.
No, but okay. Give me undead rules.
I'm gonna imagine it's ensorcelled where you can only heal one wound.
Yeah.
The Colossus is good. That's a pretty plain Jane one. I think I would rather have either the bow on that one or possibly paired weapons.
Okay.
What's really interesting is the 2 lines of casket, which is really odd. Which means he can do double bound, which people typically stop on that.
Yeah, because you're
Those are
rolling.
down
You're doing a leadership, a discipline check on your discipline with 3 dice.
Yes.
What's your
The
highest?
problem is not maximize. It's the sum.
Yeah, it's just a sum. It's not maximized. And then the difference, if you fail, is the number of wounds you take.
Yeah, the problem is that he really doesn't have anything.
Yeah, what's the martial discipline?
Wait.
Is it 9? It's 9,
He's
right?
got 2 engines in there. He does have 2 engines.
Yep. So he does have distracted and lethal strike.
Yeah.
Or, linear reflexes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the steam tank. That's what I was thinking about.
And he's got the bound spells that come with them.
Yeah.
What magic does Kurt have?
He's
got
got Master on Cosmo. And a book, and then the double bound, and then Book of the Dead.
Pharaoh is going to go into chariots. The problem is, with all that shooting, even the light shooting, he can pick off enough wounds that if he gets under a certain point, he can start picking on that Pharaoh.
Yeah.
The Book of the Dead, I really like the book. He almost has way too much magic, to be honest. I mean,
Well,
that's a big thing for me because I have 8 spells of my UD list. He's got 2 bounds, 3 bounds. The good thing is he's got the hourglass with the Cosmo, so he's 2 dice and everything.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3 channels. I'm still going with John Ailes on this.
I'm same with you. The double cannon, and Ryan Caps is screaming in the chat about what stops the Imperial Guard, and there is nothing.
You ignore him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That chariot star could go through it.
That,
I mean,
Ryan Caps disagrees with you.
no, I see what Caps is saying.
I don't. It's not on my screen.
Yeah. The Battle Sphinx is terrible. Yeah. If those big monsters get into the IG unit, it could be a long game for them. That way, nothing can shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think John Ells has got it. As long as he doesn't misfire both of his cannons, I think he's all right.
Yes. I agree.
I don't know. I think the UD player pushes the monsters and just ignores that Imperial Guard and let the monsters just go eat everything else, because nothing else can go toe-to-toe with the monsters.
Yeah.
And he's got so many of them, it's just target saturation.
Yeah, first turn is going to be a big swing in this game. Whoever gets first turn.
The cool thing about this turn 1 is blind deployment, like I said before, hold center. The thing is, if you lose the roll to pick sides, you get a +1.
Yeah.
Go first.
Yep.
So
it's just a +1. That's very swingy.
Yeah. I know Kurt and I know John. John's a more experienced player. We'll go with that.
You talked me into it. I was pulling for you, Kurt, but he talked me into it. I'm sorry.
Kurt's a good guy. I like Kurt.
I met him. I remember him. It's just, I don't know, if Kurt's able to push, ignore the one unit, I think he can do damage.
But 3 votes for John Ailes. 3 votes for John Ailes.
All right, what do you got?
Matchup 11. Oh, Chris Mintz.
Oh, yeah.
Adam.
The VC ETC player of greatness against Adam Hilton. What nastiness is Chris bringing this time? Okay, we got Zombie Dragon, Cultism,
yep.
Master Evo, Triple Banshee, Ghoul, Skeletons, Wolves, Zombies, Court, Wraiths, Shrieking Horror, Vampire Knights.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even need to look at Adam's list, unfortunately, with all that AP10 from the Shrieking Horror and the Wraiths. That's a bad day for Warriors. They just don't have enough bodies.
it's even more than, if it was an average VC player, it could be a good game. Unfortunately, Mintz is not an average player. We all know that.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Agreed.
Well, let's at least look at what Adam's bringing, guys. Hold your horses, guy.
Adam, I just talked to Adam already. Adam's
I
already.
like Adam.
A Sorcerer on a Wasteland Behemoth, Master on Occultism. Okay. Feldrick Ancestor, Fallen, Barb Horses, Warhounds ×2, Knights ×2, Feldrick Elder ×2.
How many magic items does he have? He's got a Hero's Heart on the Sorcerer and Supernatural Dex.
Yeah, he's got two magic items plus a Master and Occultist, so he's got the damage spells too.
With Magical Heirloom.
Yeah.
I mean,
the thing about this matchup with Adam is he has to respect the race and all that they can do in the Banshees.
Yeah.
If you don't respect that unit, you're gonna get smoked.
There's enough attacks out of the ghouls that they're going to get something through. He's fishing for through the armor. And as much as I do love the elders in this list, I think the Vampire Knights can probably pop one on the charge.
I mean, Adam has the tools to give it a good game.
Yes, agreed. I'm not saying Chris gets a 20. I am not saying Chris gets a 20.
Excuse me. Adam has the tools to do damage, and if he plays it right, it's just going to be. To be at the end of the day, I think it's just going to be an experience thing.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Chris has seen these matchups. He knows how to do it. He knows how to dance. And he's got a Shrieking Horror. The Shrieking Horror is going to be an issue.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna put it this way, Adam. I like your list a lot. I really do like your list.
Yeah.
But I think you drew a horrible round one matchup, and not only the list matchup, but also Chris is a great player matchup.
This other sneaky part is we haven't touched base is that Quarter of the Dam going into Skeletons is a monster.
Yeah.
It buffs their offensive defense, doesn't it?
And lowers their agility and lowers their offensive
agility.
So,
yeah.
One of the two. It's just a monster. It really is.
But it's only against units that are in base contact, though. So if you can get a flank on it, that's one thing.
I don't see that happening with Chris, but yeah.
I didn't. Hey, look, I want to. I'm throwing advice out there for what I can do.
I'll go Chris on this one.
Yeah,
I love Adam to death.
I think we're all going Chris. I'm sorry, Adam.
Sorry, Adam.
Oof. Oops. There we go.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. There we go. Okay, first Saurian Ancient player. I love it. Happy to see some Saurian Ancients out there. I'm happy to see some Saurian Ancients out there. Brian versus Todd. Brian is bringing the Saurian Ancients. He's got the Anurarch on Druidism, Heirloom Eternal Mastery, a Cayman Master, which you don't see very often with Vital Essence, Cayman Warriors, Tegu Hunters, Tegu Guard, Raptor Pack with the Spitter, Gorillas, Titanopod, yes sir.
Yes, exactly.
And double Baby Carno.
Yep. One's gonna go. No, neither one can go into unit, so they're just flying around solo.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
He's been working on his game with him with using those as single models too.
Gotcha. He's got some poison, or is that the breath weapon?
No, the breath weapon is strength 2 AP 3.
Yeah, so he's got 5 hits on that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think the Crota Spitter is worth it on small units of Raptors. It's only 145 points, but it's 5 hit, 1-time 5 hit. Like, I don't know if that's worth it.
I love the Cayman Master.
Yeah.
They're really solid, and coupled with the Heirloom, they're very dangerous. Because it can shoot up to a 3-up regen.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what the Eternal Mastery does. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Is that going to be under the toad itself?
Yeah, it's one of the toad upgrades.
The
All right,
team
let's-
card are MR3, so good luck getting a spell on that unit.
It said turn one master.
They have parry at strength 5.
Oh,
So-
+1 casting modifier.
Oh, so he's a +2 to cast.
Oh, so
Yeah.
All right, so he's a +2 to cast.
It's an interesting list. I like the list. It's got a couple pieces of chaff. It's got the Titanopod, so it's got my vote immediately after that. I think the Titanopod, even though it's a bunch of points, is 595. The Titanopod with the Monoliths of Vitalism. It's so good.
I tell you what, the Titanopod has been coming pretty strong lately here in the meta.
Yeah.
It is a base. You either have an answer for it or you don't. And coupled with Druidism, just healing 2 wounds on it, that's essentially probably a 16 wound model.
And people,
The amount of stomps.
what people don't
Yeah.
realize also is with the special rules about stomping, it halves the number of stomps it goes into large models. But if you face cavalry that have the cannot be stomped rule, it does full stomps into cavalry.
Yes.
Full stomps. And they
And
just
it doesn't get-
and in the last upgrade they changed it to now strength 6 AP3 instead of just AP2.
yes. It doesn't give up flanks, doesn't give up rear points. It's a giant musician again.
I like it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
All right, let's see what Todd's bringing though. Let's see what Todd's bringing. Ogre Cons, Master Shamanism, General with a bunch of stuff, BSB with a more bunch of stuff, a Mammoth Hunter in there too. 24 Scraplings with bows. What's going on here? Merc Vets, Yetis, Kin Eater, Bombardiers, Frost Mammoth.
It's a tar pit. Scoring tar pit. And Todd's a fun player to play against.
I tell you what, they're gonna have fun because they're both great guys. I mean, Todd's a blast. Brian's a blast to play.
Yeah.
They're both gonna have fun. Doesn't matter what happens in this game.
All right.
We have
Um,
light ton, which is good.
Yeah. So does either side really have any shooting? Any real substantial shooting? Not
Pterodons. There. No.
Not
Just
really.
I like how the pterodons can just always drop rocks. It's not just
Yeah.
a one and done.
Yeah.
It's
Two
just a
sweep
s-
strength. The Kin Eater really doesn't have a place. 3 Bombardiers.
Kin Eaters are just annoying though. Kin Eaters are the worst.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely.
Got
Yes.
5 Yetis. Those Yetis can do damage.
Mm.
I think I would prefer them in packs of 2, but yeah. 3 Ogre Crossbows. So God has shooting.
Yeah, it's kind of fair. And the Bombardiers too. There's 3 Bombardiers there.
Already looked at this. Like, only the Frost Mammoth can go into the Titanopod. Because he stomps on everything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but he's got enough other things that can do damage to it. But then again, he's running Druidism. He's going to be healing 2 wounds
Yeah.
per spell and do it real cheap.
I'm gonna have to give this to Mr. Holy.
I think this is a relatively close game.
I agree.
But I'm gonna go Brian also. I gotta vote for my Sorin Ancients.
I had already written down Brian.
Okay, triple vote for Brian.
So I'm telling Brian they didn't vote for him. That's what I heard.
I have it written down.
All right, matchup number 13, Taurus. Oh man, Taurus is great. And Chris McDonald. Taurus running his demons as he always does.
I'm gonna guess it. So yep.
Yeah, but it's not a standard list, I don't think.
No, it's not. He got Hope Harvesters, which is
Yeah.
It's a pretty big divergence from his regular list. So he's got the Omen, he's got the Courtesan, and also a Harbinger. Myrmidon, Succubi, Hoarders, Clawed Fiends, double Hope Harvester with Aura of Despair. Is Aura of Despair the shooting thing, or is that the something else?
Is that the one that lets you? Who's got that?
Or Despair. Who's that on?
The Hope
It's on the
Harvesters.
Hope Harvesters, so it's not what
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I'm not familiar with that one. What's Hot Blood? Gaiden Hot Blood.
Dude, who knows any of the rules on Demon Legions? Good
I
God.
That's the problem with the demons it's just what the things are called. All right, so hot blood. Hold on.
Like between this and the dwarven ruins of whatever the hell they do, they just auto kill you.
It's dwarven ruins of bullshit. I made people shirts that said that one time. I mean, I gave one to Dan Alk, Josh Austin.
Speaking of which, don't curse each other, guy. But we haven't seen a dwarf list yet, so don't jinx us. But continue. Sorry.
All right. Looking for hot blood, right?
Hot blood.
Yeah, I'm really not familiar with. I mean, I know what most of them do. I mean, he's got orders. It's the Omen.
Hot blood, devastating charge, +2 agility.
Okay, so helps you on the charge.
What was the other one? Aura of Despair?
Aura of Despair. I think that's an upgrade just for the Hope Harvester, I think.
Hot blood is -2 agility. Someone's saying minus charge range.
Aura of Despair, model gains accurate.
Okay.
Oh, so it does help shoot. So these are the shooting Hope Harvesters. Okay.
I think they're just a smaller version, the one that goes in units or something.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What is he playing?
Interesting. Okay, he's playing Chris.
G-Mac.
Warriors. Double Exalted Herald. Thank you, sir. Chosen Lord with just a bunch of killiness on foot.
I think Alex Schmidt's happy, just died of happiness right there with a double herald.
A unit of only 5 chosen, which is an interesting pick. Helma. Oh, we have a Helma list, people. We have a Helma. And some flares.
Wow.
So
the five chosen are deceptive because you run them as 3x2.
Yeah.
And so you have small frontages, so they can actually still do quite a bit of output and not take a lot of damage back.
And be basically 50 millimeters wide, which is it's basically like a monster. Yeah.
And our good friend Mike Maddox pointed something out on the Helma in relation to the heralds. Mike was saying that you can join both heralds up together and shoot them through the Helma.
I mean, characters can join into one unit. That is 100% correct. And then
they don't have tower presence. So
yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point.
If you're not careful of that, double herald in the flank could be a problem for people.
And your backfield double herald is not fun.
All right, hold on. It is large infantry.
And the Chosen Lord is going to go into just the unit of 24 warriors of Gluttony.
Yeah.
Because he's Gluttony also. Okay. This is an interesting list. I mean, the Helma got way toned down compared to what he used to be. But it gives you that randomness. Like, oh, I could drop my unit of 24 warriors in over there on the left, you know.
Yeah, no more jumping in and out kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more of a one-time use thing now, and so before it was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
So Cap's got a question: who wins, the Omen or one of the heralds? I think the Omen does. I think the Omen does.
Yeah, I mean, against one of the heralds, yeah, I think the Omen does, and that's also dependent on what the herald chooses. At the beginning of the game.
Is the herald automatically divine?
No.
Yeah, I'm going with herald.
The Omen's automatically, I believe, divine. He has a 4 Aegis.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if the Omen started as divine.
Oh, yeah, the Omen's automatically.
The Omen's
Omen is always divine.
Yeah.
He does 2 wounds. 2 wounds to characters.
All right.
Yeah, the Omen. I think that's easy. The Omen wins that one, but
yeah.
Agreed. I don't know if he can take on both of them though.
Yeah, but double herald is a different story.
Also matters how many hits the Omen attacks. D6 plus what? 2?
Yeah.
And what's the strength of an Omen?
6.
All right, so winning on 3s.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up.
So the real question is, who wins this? I mean, okay, the shooting. The demons have more shooting with the Hope Harvesters. Do the Hope Harvesters have a target besides the flayers?
Warriors, you can always pick it in the warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, I always try to get chip wounds on the heralds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with C-Mac.
I'm going with Chris Mack.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Be different. Go ahead.
Taurus.
Be different.
Taurus, all day Taurus.
That's Ross. All right.
For us.
Come on, Taurus, you gotta vindicate me here. You can do this. You can do this.
All right, Mr. McDonald. If you don't win, you're walking home.
All right, let's see here. All right, match 14. Mark Lohman, I'm unfamiliar with him, against another Mark Lewis.
I'm not
First-
really either one of them.
I don't know either of them.
I don't know these people, but first Sylvan Elf list, which is interesting. So Warriors first, we got a Feldrake Ancestor, Chosen Lord General on foot on Wrath with Entropic Aura. That's fun.
Those chosen. Wow.
Oh my goodness, 3 times 10 Chosen?
No.
This gentleman, this guy. That sounds like.
All on Wrath. All on Wrath. So Wrath is Lightning Reflexes, and that's it, right? Now the newest version of Wrath is just Lightning Reflexes.
The first round, he is. So he's swinging an agility 6 with great weapons with 30 attacks, 31 attacks.
Got an offensive 6.
Offensive 6, moving 612 on those 2 units.
Yeah. So who needs chaff when you do that much output?
That's
Chosen Lord with an aura too, with Tropic Aura. Wow.
And a Feldrake Ancestor.
That's a
Now, wait.
crazy list. That's a fun list.
There's no weapon on the Ancestors. So it's just hand weapon.
It's just a hand weapon.
Yeah.
It's just still strength 6. What? AP3.
Couldn't spend the 10 points just to get a great weapon on him. Yeah,
Nope.
Make sure no one had it on. I don't care what the next list is. This one wins.
All right. Sylvan
Well,
Elves.
hold on. Let's take a look. Sentinels, Pathfinders, Dancers.
Dryad Ancient General. Double unit of Dryads. Tree Father. This is MSU. This is MSU. No,
So
I mean,
the thing is, if that Dryad Ancient is obviously going to be the Dryads. If that gets the charge on the Chosen, it will go through the Chosen.
really, the
That's lethal
Dryads?
strike. Yeah, because they're lethal strike.
I don't think they will.
he's
No,
got-
no, it's lethal strike on 6s. Like, how many 6s are you gonna roll? I think they'd still.
missing-
I think the Chosen are
strength
still gonna win that.
Double strength bonus.
Mm.
The other gentleman doesn't have a
Oswald
small.
common.
Um,
So it'll be strength 5 AP.
he's got an heirloom that put him in the woods, reroll 1s. Don't underestimate that Dryad unit with that ancient.
I still give it. I'm still going to give it to the
Yeah.
Sylvans.
I
His
still-
dancing ability.
The Warriors have still got it. The The Warriors got it. Those Chosen are just gonna walk through. They're gonna eat unit after each turn. Each turn, that Chosen unit is gonna eat one Sylvan Elf unit.
I'm going to the Wood Elf list.
No, you guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy.
Hold on. Let me talk about this. So look at this.
Let him defend himself.
Look at this. He's got 10 Pathfinders. He has no shooting. Those Pathfinders are going to be AP3 hitting on long range. And short
Andrew,
range.
don't talk him out of this. I want my case of beer.
No.
Wood Elf players
I'm
are
still
gonna win this.
thinking the Warriors are gonna win this.
He's blocky.
No,
I think that,
guarantee it.
that's
I
the main issue.
guarantee it. John, Mark Lohman, you are gonna win this. You're gonna win this.
Indians got you to win the whole tournament with that list. That's what I just heard.
Mark Lohman, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Match 15. Alex Romano first. King Vectane list against Ben Keller.
All right.
I have to go with them.
Another local player.
Yep.
Out of the game for a little bit, comes back. He's a good guy. Very solid. Used to play Dark Elves.
So Ben's family, he's been actually stepping up his game quite a bit, and really practicing. He's actually put paint on his own models, so we're actually very proud of him for that.
Good for him. Good for him. Let's see here. Alex has got a lore. Actually, you go through it, Mark. You know these rules way better than I do.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's
Let's go with this. I mean, let's get all the buffs for the KOE.
All right, so he's got the Lance of Doom. So on the charge, it's strength 8. But here's the thing: it's only on a horse, so it's able to get chaff.
Yeah.
He is MR1, and if you cast a spell at that unit, he is gaining Gale tokens. I like that. I really like that build. That's still 5 with +1 to hit as well. Now we've got the next Lord, which is the BSB with I see a bastard sword, but I don't see anything on it. It's just a bastard sword.
Yeah.
So,
No magic weapon. What's Percival's panoply?
That was where I was going to ask.
Oh, that was a fight, by the way, regarding that name. Let's not go there. So Percival's that's +2 armor for something that's going to be on a horse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Is he on a unicorn? Or is he on a horse? No, he's on a horse. So
he's a 1-up.
yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
He's a 0. Can you be a 0 now? I think you can.
No. Only one's the lowest.
All right. And then he's got the unicorns with MR2 on the 2 damsels, running a master druid with the heirloom, and then an apprentice div. I really like his magic setup. I really do. And then the order sergeants, they get a wound back during every friendly magic phase, and they're MR1. He's just running MR everywhere. And I think he's going to throw the damsels in the 2 order sergeants, making them MR3. And then you've got the Knight Resplendence with the champion banneret, but they're not the stubborn unit. So interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to throw a character in with them or not. And then he's got a Treb, a Scorpion, and 1 unit crossbows, 1 unit longbows.
Hooded men.
Yep.
I feel like this is an off-meta list, right? Like this is. I'm not seeing any like the usual stuff.
No flying griffins. I mean,
I just realized, Andrew, are you flexing with that helmet in your background right now?
No. That's where I've been holding it. You see my birthday flowers too?
I see a sword over there also. Man, you're flexing hard. Okay. All right, moving on. Ben, what are you bringing? Warriors. Battle Shrine General Sorcerer, Master on Evo. Feldrick Ancestor, Sloth Warriors, Barb Horseman, 6 Feldricks. Eesh. Feldrick Elder, Flayers.
If his Feldricks are able to absorb a charge, and he has his list spread out, so the quests only get to choose 1 unit entry. Probably going to go with Feldrick Elder for the rerolls to wound lethal strike. But the thing with the KOE list is it doesn't have the single models, so it can't really do the dancing. I don't see any yeomen to keep him at bay, so he's going to have to use the enlisted outlaws as chaff, and they're not really as chaff. He probably could use the order sergeants as chaff because they're cheap enough. The elders, though, with the great weapons, and the ancestor with a great weapon, basically the KOE players just get an Aegis save. That's it. If the KOE does not get the charge with that 1 lord, with his general with divine judgment, it's bad news bears for KOE.
Yeah. I'm leaning toward the Feldrake army, and this is very much a Feldrake army. Yeah, I'm going Feldrakes.
Feldrakes have what? 4 attacks apiece, strength 5, AP 2.
Yes,
and they have paired weapons. They're paired weapons, and then the elders have great weapons. So if you need to go through armor, there's your armor breakers. It's
It's
just
gonna matter if that. To be honest, if that resplendent unit gets a charge in something, and it should because he didn't clear off those 2 flares.
But honestly, he's got the 2 units of chaff.
yeah. And plus, Feldrakes are still movement 8.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be interesting how this one goes, especially with blind deployment. I'm gonna go with the Warriors just because it's blind deployment, and Kiwi needs to see things to line up charges. Whereas that Warrior player with those 3 solo models is a little bit more free.
Yeah, I'm going with the Warriors for the same reasons. Yeah.
yeah, it's all about movement and chaff. I think KOE what I really like how it's spread out. I love the pure cav list to it with the 2 war machines. I think it's a good. Unfortunately, the Treb doesn't help you in this matchup. And the Scorpion.
Does the Treb hit do D3 or DP plus 1 clip wings?
None of the above.
Oh, it's just it doesn't have a whole shot. You're right. I forgot about that.
Strength 4 hit now, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was that?
Strength 4 hit now.
Yeah. I mean, nice against the Warrior block, but they still have Sloth
That's
going.
not.
Yeah.
They're 5. Or 1 out of 5s are Sloth. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Warriors. It is.
Warriors. Ben, do your thing. Do your thing. Okay, that's Alex Romano. Oh, look who it is! Andrew Rapmund versus Phil. Are you serious? Are you playing Phil? I am so sorry, Andrew. I am so sorry.
He deserves it. Andrew deserves it. He deserves Phil round 1, and Phil deserves Andrew round 1.
I've been talking to Phil, and we've had our conversations. It was bound to happen at one of the rounds, so I was going to see Phil at some point.
50 players bound to happen.
We'll see him again. So
All
it'll be a
right,
fun game.
Andrew, go over your list for me.
It's really bad.
It's naughty.
I'm surprised Pat let me submit it. It's essentially my RETC list, you know. Very heavy magic, very heavy snipes.
Yep.
The Hardbringer brings a toolbox to the Necro Guard that gives them stubborn and battle focus. The army has tons of lethal strike. Lethal strike and poison. And I have ways to get that with my magic. The Pharaoh and the Shaw Guardian has been a lot of fun lately. I've been playing that for the last probably 3 months. He's fun. He's solid. 7 wounds, toughness 6, 3-up armor.
Yeah, and he can stand up to cannon shots.
He doesn't care about mote wounds. He halves all mote wounds. The Crown of Pharaohs allows me a couple things. It gives me a 24-inch leadership bubble.
Yep.
The typical problem for UD, you know, too tight a bubble, can't march out thing. I really don't have that issue. And it gives lethal strike to the skeletons.
Okay. I gotta hold you for a second. Ryan just said something really funny in the chat. He said, "Wait, is that the list you wanted me to submit?" Uh-oh. But continue. I'm sorry. You get together with Ryan and talk it out. But
you gotta let me check what I'm playing against now or playing with. So yeah, it's a fun list. The thing I threw in the Sandstalkers here about a month ago. They're interesting. They're fun. They have a threat range. I mean, they're kind of cool, different before they're D6+1 hits, wounded on agility.
Yeah.
Now they're just 2 auto hits.
Yeah, they two auto hit and always wound on a 5+, right?
Always, even on like things that say you don't. So they're very good. They're very solid. Not a lot of ambushers. Yeah, nothing too sexy, but it's a list I've been playing for. Probably
it's a bitchy
really solid
list.
Really solid fun for the last 4 months. I probably played in 4 months, probably 130 games with this list.
Ooh, jeez, 130. Ooh. What's your win record on that 130 games?
128.
As long as I don't do dwarves, I don't care. I mean, that's pretty much it.
All right, let's see what Phil's bringing. Is he bringing it? Oh yeah, he's bringing his regular list. Here we go. The prelate on the battle altar. The prelate on the battle altar. The wizard. This all melted list. with the Locket Asuna, the Prelate on the battle altar with Locket Asuna. It's a great model. Light of Sunstall on his general. Big block of knights, 2 blocks of Knights of Sungrist, and then triple giant with the big fan Asuna.
Yeah, those giants are very interesting.
They're
Have you gone up against them?
What's that?
Have you played against them yet?
They are basically fanatics or whatever. They're basically, if you kill them before they swing, they have 13 battle focus attacks back at you.
Yep.
They have 13 attacks and they get to stomp.
Yeah, and they get to stomp.
Yeah.
So if people aren't aware of them or think they're going to run right through them, they're interesting. They're 300-point pieces of chaff that are absolutely annoying. I have to respect them.
Well, not only that, but he also gets the counter charge.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the secret. I'm gonna blow Phil Carl up right now. I'm gonna blow him up because Phil Carl is Phil Carl. They have the supporting unit special rule, so they can counter charge.
Yeah,
oh,
yes,
and look who it is who just joined the chat, Mr. Vespasian himself.
Here we go. Now
they are supporting unit, but only for.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Happy
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Thank you, sir. Thank
What?
you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Andrew.
it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm only 22 years old today. Thank you.
Just graduated college earlier this May.
That's right. You don't look a day over 21.
Thanks.
We were
How's
just.
everybody doing? Sorry for being late.
No, you're
you're
fine.
good.
You caught us.
To drop some knowledge on you.
You caught us right in the middle of Andrew's list in his matchup against the infamous Phil Carl.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, let's hear it.
So those giants do give support and orders, but only to the knightly order unit.
Yes.
No, yeah. So they can countercharge when the knightly order unit gets charged.
But he doesn't care if they get charged, typically.
Yeah, God, we're blowing up Phil right now, but he doesn't care.
No,
he doesn't charge. He doesn't charge with that unit. He plays it like an anvil.
Well, wait a minute, Andrew. Do you not know how Phil Carl plays?
Oh, I'm well familiar with how Phil Carl.
Okay, we're not giving away the secret sauce here. We're not doing anything fancy here.
Phil and I've already math hammered this whole game already, so it's interesting. We're very curious about the Prelate versus the Pharaoh fight, which is quite interesting.
Oh yeah, that is interesting.
I have my thoughts on the game. I think it's going to be a great game as always. When I've talked to Phil, I think it's going to be a 12-8, 13-7 either way.
It's going to be close no matter what. Yeah.
And I respect Phil. I love Phil to death. He's a great guy.
Don't respect him. Treat him. Do not treat him with respect. Come on now.
I've never had that game. The only time I will throttle Phil if he makes 90% of 5-up pages saves again.
Which he does too.
He will do it against me.
All right.
That's the issue.
Andrew, we know your vote. Mark, what's your vote on this one?
If Phil loses, he's walking home.
Woo!
That's some good incentive.
I think you're right. This is going to be a close game no matter what. I think both of you are going to play it kind of cagey.
Phil doesn't play cagey. What the hell are you talking about?
Andrew.
Are we looking at the same list?
Yes, you guys are. You guys are. But Andrew, I'm giving it to you. Andrew's gonna win.
Anything less than 20, Andrew.
What's that? Anything less?
Oh no, it's not good. It's not going to be a 20.
I'll never 20 Phil. No. I have lethal strike. That's really what it comes down to. It. I have lots of lethal strike.
Yeah, you do.
But he can put a 5-up Aegis on his army, or can do, and if you stop that, then he'll turn around and throw that extra flaming attack in there just for good measure. He's got a lot of tools in that toolbox, and running that
He's got no MR
No. What's that?
against triple snipe.
Oh no, he does not have any armor. Against
That Wizard Master looks pretty vulnerable.
he might make it to turn 3.
Okay.
All right. We are moving on now. Let's see here, Andrew. Match 17. We have Herlad against Lenny.
This is Mike Smith.
Oh, that's Mike Smith. Okay, Mike Smith. Yep. All right, well, Mike's running.
That's his plan.
Running Warriors. He's got a Veilwalker General. Oopsie, hold on. There you go. On Occultism. Double Chosen Lord on Scythe Wheels.
It's actually 3. There's 3 characters on Scythe Wheels.
What?
The Sorcerer's on the Scythe Wheel.
Oh, the Sorcerer on the Scythe Wheel. Okay, gotcha. And then triple Warriors on Pride. Warrior Knights, double Feldrake Elder. Interesting list. Very interesting.
This is a list Dave, Mike, and I ran together about 3 years ago, and Mike's always wanted to run it. He hasn't been playing lately, and he just wants to have fun. He's gonna have fun with this list. It's a solid list. I think he's gonna surprise some people with this.
It really depends what Lenny's running on what he has to do with those Scythe Wheel, because those guys are flying. So if we see a lot of mortars or cannons or anything like that, or the rocket battery, that could give Mike a bad day for those characters.
It's true. Let's just jump into what Lenny's bringing. See what he got here. Regular bull. Double rocket battery on the artillery, so it's double range. Ugh.
And they're large. What, they're 24 or 36 inch? They're 36 inch, aren't they?
36 inches. A couple of things come into play. Those Sky Swirls are hard target.
Yeah, but how many? They've only got 3 or 4 wounds.
3.
Yeah, they've only got 3 wounds. You gotta sneak 1 through, sneak 2 through.
Yeah, but he can hide them behind an elder, which is a good thing. And there's always terrain. So basically, the way I look at this is Lenny's playing basically a immobile list.
Yeah.
The question is, and Pride is reroll 1s first round of combat?
I think Pride is
minimize break checks. Well, yeah, any leadership, I think maybe. Yeah.
Pistol. So he's not. I don't know. This is going to be tough, but I actually think I'm still going to go with Mike on this because of the being the stationary nature, and then if he uses the terrain and the monsters the way that he does, and he, what's the strength of the rocket battery? Strength 5 or strength 6?
Strength 6. 83 wounds. If one of them hits them, they will kill something.
Yeah,
but I'm going to think all the lords have a 1-up armor. They're going to have some kind of Aegis save. One's Death Cheater.
No, he's going to push up. He's going to push up behind all the Sky Wheels behind Feldrake Elders. Turn 1, he's going to blow up at least 1 Feldrake Elder. Yeah, I'm going with Lenny. I think Lenny's going to win this.
I'll go with Mike. Mike's a phenomenal player. I like the list. Mike has too much speed for the ID list.
Agreed.
I obviously Lenny really can't go for the secondary, hold the center. But I feel like he's just gonna blow him out of the water. Okay, all right, we'll see. That's why these are predictions.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this game swings a lot on like turn 1 and 2 shooting phase by Lenny, like basically, right?
The other thing you should know here, Aaron, this is blind deployment. Hold the center.
Ah, right. What's
that?
Hold the center. So I view this as that if Mike has if he's able to get the +1, he's going to push on the line. All right, try to get that to try to go first because he has the advantage for that. And probably put one of the or both elders sideways and just hide the Sky Wheels behind him. Otherwise, if he thinks he's going to go second, he's just going to stay more than 36 inches back and then push up because he can wait till the second of the second of turn 2 to start for the objective.
And I'll say this only because I love Lenny. Have you ever played a game with Lenny that it doesn't come out of the corner?
Yes.
Oh, I've never seen Lenny not leave a corner of a board.
Beast herds.
Oh. All right. My vote's for Lenny. What, Mark? What are you doing?
I went with Mr. Smith.
Okay. And Aaron?
Voting hold against 30 Citadel Guard with pistol and spear is a bold move. I don't know. I think that Mike's got a lot of mobility and can pick up a lot of points, but scenario might be tough. I think this one could be in the balance, maybe like kind of a smallish if they play it right.
No, I got that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No, you got to pick one. Pick one.
Well, Aaron, pick one.
All right. I'm gonna lean Mike, honestly, because I like it's fast.
Call him out there, Kenyon. Just pick one. No offense, Nansen here today.
No, I like it. I like it. It's fast.
That is a rule on our
occultism master. The occultism master is pretty scary. If he can, because he can hide behind anything and blast the snot out of the bull. There's some high value targets that he can pick up a lot of points from. Titan. I think I'm gonna lean Mike.
All right. That is definitely a rule on these list reviews. No 10-10s. You got to pick one.
No. And Mike Smith whooped my ass first time I ever played him, so I'm going with Mike. Real quick, Aaron, Phil Carl versus Andrew Ratman. Who do you pick?
Andrew. I said 20
Okay.
Andrew.
Got it.
Anything less? No, they're both good players. I think it's a list issue. I mean, he's got a lot of lethal triple snipe, like the Pharaoh. I think that it's a list issue. But I think that the UD should take that off. I've watched Phil play a double necro guard list, and he got 20'd. So there you go.
All right.
Or he got a 17, I think, but he deployed in a little box in the corner and made the guy walk across the table to him.
Well, then Phil, you're walking home.
Yeah, there you go, Phil.
Get a flight with Simon.
All right. Next matchup, we got Mike Maddox versus Mr. Mark Ciarlone.
Yes,
Sir MC himself. We're gonna briefly go over Mike's list, and then we will get on. Mark will go over his list. Double Feldrake Ancestor.
It's advantage him. I can say this now. It is advantage him.
That is spicy. Vilwalker Sorcerer on Alchemy. Double unit of Barb Horseman. Chosen Warrior Knights Warhound. So lots of chaff.
You skipped the Fallen.
I'm sorry. There's also a Helma down at the bottom there.
There it is. Yes.
Don't forget the Helma.
Don't sleep
This
on the
is a
Helma.
list I've been running for probably 7 months now. Mike's very good with this list. He knows it. He knows the Helma. He knows how to dance.
Yeah.
I think there was a stretch of time there where Mike was like 17-2 with this list. Like, he just murders people that. The good thing is he's rusty. He hasn't played in 2 months or a month and a half, so
It's advantage is still him. I mean, I don't have those two ancestors are freaking brutal, absolutely brutal. That's still 30 strength 4 AP ones until they went around a combat, and then they're strength 5. He's got the chaff with the doggies, and he's mobile. That's the thing is this is a very mobile list. So
and it's also, I mean, a lot of people miss this is that chosen gluttony. A lot of people will throw chaff in front of that, and it's actually the worst thing you can do.
unless you flee and let them be caught, because then they don't get the +1.
So those chosen gluttony turn up to strength 5, and then they're an issue.
And then they really blend, yeah. Then they blend. Okay, Mark. Take me through your list. Paint me a picture.
It's I'm saying this just for Mr. Carl. This is a very fluffy list.
My God, I'm gonna go throw up. I'll be right back.
So I'm running double paladins on hippos. One's got the divine judgment with a 2-up armor save that against the alchemy, other than the spike, will have a 3-up Aegis save. And the other guy is there with 5 attacks at strength 5 AP 2, AP 3 when he charges, and can break magic weapons. Mike doesn't have any, so other people need to worry about him. Mike's like, he's special. I have hatred against those two guys because they fly. That's the other issue.
Yep.
My damsel's on foot with a master.
Mark, you should have started at the bottom.
Yeah.
You took a friar's lantern.
Oh yeah, I love that little bastard.
That's awesome. Sorry.
I love that little bastard's my MVP.
That's great.
And I think Aaron, you and I are going to be trying to set up a game. I believe.
Yeah.
I want to share what the flyer lantern will do during one of those.
I've played it before.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's spicy.
What was that, Andrew?
It's annoying. It's an annoying piece.
Yeah.
I hate it. It really does. It's annoying. It really is. I played against it.
So let's see. The one thing I will say about my my one paladin is with Tristan's is it has a 1-up armor save except against magic, but then it gets a +1 Aegis when it's hit with magic, up to a maximum of 4+. Both paladins are divine. Again, Mike doesn't care. My BSB is actually on foot, and he is distracting with parry, and he's strength 5 AP2 all the time with 5 attacks. I've got 2 bricks of lances. That's it. There's only 2 units of cavalry really in this. I've got a huge brick of Forlorn, which can actually hold their own against Mike. It really depends as to how things go. And the Reliquary is going to go into the Forlorn. I've got a stubborn Fey Knight, and then I've got a Fey Knight that gains more attacks for every model in base contact. So there's a minimum of 5 attacks up to, I think the maximum I've had is 12 attacks from him. And of course the Lantern, which is going to slow him down. The Lantern actually is going to be very helpful because he can't pop the Helmaw, the Ancestors through the Helmaw. So I can try to slow him down that way. But because it has to flee, he may just say, doggies, go.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Oof.
So that's my list.
Can the Forlorn unit with the Reliquary stand up to the Chosen?
For 1 round.
It depends.
If
If it's been fed chaff, no.
Yeah.
that's what 30. That's 31 attacks. We're saying.
It's gonna be a grind fest. I think the Forlorn win overall because of the Druidism.
They're only AP1, right?
Yeah, they don't get the extra AP. That's true.
Yeah, they just get the
The
+1
gluttony.
strength. Yeah, from gluttony.
So he's
He runs
doing on
out.
average only 6 wounds a turn without the shields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you have the spike shield part of it. If he has a 1-up armor, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of
I don't dispute that.
there's a lot of variables in that. In a vacuum with no characters, blah blah blah. I think the Chosen go through it. But in a grind fest with all the other variables, I think the Forlorn will come out of it.
All right. So you got
It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Mike and I played a game recently, and he had rotten luck. That's the only thing I can say. I still think it's advantage to him.
I
What do you
watched
got,
that
Eric?
game.
You did watch that game?
I watched that game.
Mark?
It's hard to get the image of you completely annihilating Mike out of my head when I look at this matchup. Because the armies are pretty similar.
No, I'm saying it. I'm Mark. You got this game. I'm getting strong consideration to Mark. You're gonna win. Mark just beat me in a 1-day tournament over in New Jersey. I mean, granted, I play horribly, but you beat me. And I think you can do it again. You're gonna win. Mark all the way.
Who you got, Aaron?
You picked already, Andrew?
Oh,
He's going Maddox.
I have to go with Maddox. I think he has the tools. He's got the lateral movement that KOE typically does not like. And he's got alchemy. Alchemy's always a problem. I think it's going to be close. To be honest, most of this game is going to matter on where the terrain board, and it's blind deployment. If you guess right, you guess kind of where they're at, that could be an issue. If you guess wrong, it could be pretty big. I think it's better for Mike to place wrong because he can move faster with the Helmo. Whereas if Mark guesses wrong, it could be bad. But I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to imagine around the 13-7.
Okay.
I think Mark will win objective.
Aaron.
I'm thinking 64.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I do think the double ancestor with no magical weapons, right? And the Veil Walker Alchemy Wizard Master is that's a tough draw. Just list on list. I think the blind deployment is an interesting X factor here for sure, because I think that you have good zoning potential, and Druidism is really hard to fight through, when you're in those key combats and you get the stone skin off on the 3 to 5 or whatever it is, right? Like it's tough. But I think list on list, I do think that Mike's got an advantage, and hopefully he can shake that rust off. As you said, Andrew. Yeah. The Helma is it's kind of a mind fuck, right? I mean, it's you have to plan for like 10 different scenarios. I think I'm gonna lean Maddox, but I have to say, I think that there is definitely better not blind deployment, not hold the center. I do think that those are, make things a little bit more interesting. So
yeah,
Mark, you just get good at guessing where Mike is placing his stuff.
On my way to
It
Vegas.
should be easy, because when those ancestor models land on the table, that thunders a little bit, right? So you should be able to tell.
All right.
I'm gonna lean Mike. Sorry, Mark, but good luck and guess where he puts where it goes.
I was saying that myself. I've said that to him recently. I think it's him. I think my list can dance, though. I really do think my list can possibly outdance.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Neil Hamilton, good old Detroit boy, against Keith Bono. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Pairings. I clicked the wrong button, guys. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right. Neil, this is probably pretty close to the same list he's run. Oh no, this is kind of different. Double Dread Knights.
This is different than he ran at Wicked.
Yeah, this is double Dread Knights, double Chariot, double Hunting Chariot, Miss Leviathan. He's still got his assassin in there.
Yep.
Double Adept.
And I remember he ran a general that was on a Dread Knight general, but this is different.
Yeah.
So this is Neil's ETC list. This is something he's been hammering out. This list fits Neil to a T. It has light shooting with the hunting chariots. He's got, the thing I love about this is that the Exarch can bounce between alchemy and divination and take 2 spells while still being a BS. That is a very, very useful tool. The Miss Leviathan causes issues, and the 6 Dread Knights, or 2 units of Dread Knights on a flank, are really a problem. This is just a very, I don't know how well it does in the Midwest meta, because Midwest meta is just push forward, meet in the middle. A lot of people do that against Neil. He'll run them over.
I'm not sure about that. The Obsidian Guard, what's the damage output? Their strength for AP2 or AP3?
AP2 plus 1 to wound. It's 15 attacks, 16 attacks hidden on 2s on everything. Agility 6 base.
Yeah, they're brutal. They're brutal.
And they give him a reroll panic test, so he has a pretty large panic test reroll.
And that's what 12 attacks from the one unit of Dread Knights plus a champ, so 13, and then another 10 attacks, and then the mounts have lethal strike, 2 attacks each.
2 attacks up top, 2 attacks on the bottom.
I mean, I love the list. I mean, the Dread Elf, they are all about damage output, and I think that's what he's maximizing is.
Yeah, he's maximizing it. MSU maximizing that high quality attacks on small units.
And 190 point hunting chariot, strength 3 shots, accurate, strength 6 AP3, loses swift stride.
Yep.
Then he's got a witchcraft add up to lower your speed or gain speed. The raptor chariots and the dread knights have sense of blood, so if you have a wound, they're moving faster.
Yeah.
This is a very solid list that a lot of people are going to overlook. And Neil's very good with this list.
Yeah, I think it's a great list.
All right, let's see what Keith is running. On the Demon Legions, he's got the Scourge, he's got the Courtesan, Succubi, Lemures, double Threshing Engine, double Titan Slayer Chariot, and some Veil Serpents.
So, Divine and Snout Threshing Engines, absolutely scary.
What does Divine
Don't
Snout
reach
do
out.
again?
Plus 2 to charge if you have magical anything in the unit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was playing a game the other month that he made a 23-inch charge on somebody.
Oh, goodness. 23 inches? That's crazy.
Yeah, they moved 10.
Did they change that? I thought because I they were trying to take all those movement buffs out of the game.
The Legion Chariot
still there.
is 63.
43.
Oh, is it 4? Okay, that's better.
2 Titan Chariots for bigger monsters. Veil Serpents are always annoying because they can change their soft stats or whatever they want to do for whatever combat.
Yep.
Or at the beginning of the match, obviously.
That's another
That's a good
mage
list.
too.
And the Succubi have the Divine and Snout too. So
Yeah, this is an aggressive list for sure.
They'll strike Simo to the Obsidian Guard. Or
On the charge?
Knight, on the charge, which
Yeah.
helps.
Oof. He's got to get one of those threshing engines
Wow.
into the Obsidian Guard, because with those impact hits, that's where they have to go.
I don't think Neil has any magical things around.
Just on the characters.
Yeah,
The characters in that one speed banner, basically.
yeah. This is a close one.
Yeah, I think I think Neil's got a great list, but I think this is a pretty good matchup for Keith.
Things you got to watch out for is those hunting chariots will peel off all the swift stride off of all those models.
Yeah.
You just got to hit it.
Well, yeah, but it's only until the start of the next turn.
It's,
It's not permanent.
no, it's not permanent, but it will delay a charge.
Yeah.
Not disputing that, but
This is a close one.
Target saturation. I know who I'm going with.
I think I've got to go. I'm gonna go with Neil. I'm on with Neil. He's a great player. He's crushed me numerous times.
That's a lot of people know. He's very good.
And he's just got the MSU. Like, he can throw one unit out there and take a charge and then counter. Yeah, I'm going with Neil.
I'm going Neil.
Yeah. I'm with Neil on this one. He's got the tools for it. He's got divination, witchcraft.
Yeah.
So is that a clean sweep
Yeah,
for Neil?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna have to go Neil. This is a classic example of just like, whoever swings first wins this game. He's got divination, dread elves. Unless Keith gets like some real long charges that domino in weird ways that Neil isn't able to figure out. Like, I think that Neil just has way more bodies and and strikes first most of the time. So yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I gotta go Neil.
Neil, you can do it. Do us proud.
You can do it.
You can do it. Let's see here. Go our first dwarven holds. Boo. Corey, I don't know you, but boo for you for blinging.
Oh, sure, give him a little love. Gotta give him a little love.
He's another Ohio guy.
I hate dwarves. I hate dwarves.
Next tournament, I know you're going to. I'll make sure I bring my dwarves. That's for you, and I'll challenge you.
Next one day. Next one day tournament. Okay. Corey and against Chris Flanagan on Infernal Dwarves. All right. Corey's bringing. Looks like just Achilles King.
He's got 4 hatreds. He's got +1 strength, +1 attack. He's got shield wall, and he's got a 4-up Aegis and a hold stone, and he's got a battle rune as well. Let's see. The Thane is the BSB. He's got a if you're shooting at him, 6-up Aegis. Pistol, 2 runes of lightning, which is the max you can take now.
Which is the usual. Yeah, the usual for a BSB is the rune of lightning.
Do you have a shield?
No. No, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes, shield right here.
Yep, he does. All right, so he's got. So again, he's got a 5-up Aegis, 4-up when you charge him, and that's it for characters, right?
What's Dismay? Runic standard of Dismay?
-2 to when you declare the charge against him.
Oh, with Deep Watch. Interesting.
The Greybeards, throwing weapons.
Greybeards, Marksman, Hold Guardians, Deep Watch, Grudge Buster, Double Vengeance Seeker, Double Steam Copter, and then a Organ Gun.
The only thing I would change, and it's only because what the Midwest is bringing, is taking the flaming shot off the Organ Gun.
I agree.
All those ancestors and elders, that's going to be really bad.
Well, it's still strength 5. Okay, so I have to but it's not runic crafted. It was runic crafted, and honestly, the other thing is throwing weapons on the Greybeards for 24 Greybeards. Why? I'd rather see you with either more Greybeards. I'd rather see more Marksmen rather than the throwing weapons on that unit.
I mean, this is a pretty standard list from Corey. This is something he's ran pretty much since I've known him. Corey's a great guy. Him and his son are awesome. Connor.
This is the father-son.
This is the father-son. Yeah,
oh, nice.
They're just great people. They really are. And then whoever plays them will have a great game. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I like the list. It's a typical dwarf list. It dwarfs. I mean, they do what they do. They don't run.
I disagree. I'm going to disagree. I don't think it's a standard dwarf. I think it would be much nastier, but I think that this has enough beef to it that you're going to hit it and stick. I mean,
my one concern is 18 Deep Watch. Is that enough?
Yes.
Normally, you see a bigger unit of Deep Watch than 18. It also depends where he's putting his characters, but yeah.
What is he fighting?
He is fighting more dwarves. No, Infernal Dwarves. Master on Pyromancy, Overlord on a regular bull, Vassal, Citadel Guard, Disciples of Lugard, 30 strong, which is interesting. Great weapons.
Woo, that's a naughty unit.
Yeah. 5 Torok Anointed with great weapons, and then 2 Kadim Tidings, both with Walking Volcano. One with a rocket battery, one with an afterthrower.
Yeah, and here's that Organ Gun's going to give him just a free Aegis save.
Yeah.
Everything.
That flaming shot really hurts in the dwarf army. It really does.
Yeah, I think I have to go advantage Infernals. As much as I wanted to pull for Dwarven Holds. Although that Grudge Buster can do damage.
Where's that King going? Is that going in the Deep Watch?
Yes.
Do you think so? I think he might go on the Greybeards.
I like Corey in this.
I know how I would run it. is I would be throwing my my Thane with the Rune of Lightning into the Greybeards, because eventually you're going to run out of ranks. You're going to have to turn around and just have output from that unit. And versus the Deep Watch, it's just that immovable object. You throw the king in there, so that goes from 18 plus 6 is 24, and it's just solid. And then he's got
what's the damage?
Power.
Is that D3 wounds?
No, he didn't take that rune, unfortunately. It's strength 6, strength 7 if he charges, and he has 5 attacks.
Yeah, he's not as killy as kings usually are, which is interesting.
Which again is why I would also put him in the Deep Watch, because I think that the Thane actually has more offensive power, just because we're more.
The other thing is we're not looking at is the 6 hold guardians. There's 6 hold guardians. Those 6 hold guardians are going to be an issue for that ID list,
especially with -1 to wound.
-1 to wound, and they swing before all the disciples, all the anointed, and they'll go through them to make them not even worth number of times.
It's true.
And you got whatever. I'm going with Corey. It happens. It depends if that rocket battery set in to do D3 wounds.
Yeah, it does. I'm still going.
I'm still with Chris.
I'm going with the luck of the Irish here.
Is the question does the rocket battery do D3 wounds?
No. If it hits, if it's hidden, if it's hidden and doing damage, then it's gonna be a long game for Corey.
Yeah, you just drop that rocket battery into the Hold Guardians, light them up.
They're mobile.
Yeah. The Infernal Dwarves. I think the Infernal Dwarves got it. Aaron, what do you think?
Let's go, Corey.
Well, the other thing is even the Nappa throw in close range, and because it's mobile.
Yeah, he can walk that Kadim Titan up and then just blow up some units with a NAFTA thrower and the rocket batteries.
Yeah, it's a real. I feel like having 3 of the Forge Repeaters and a Flaming Organ Gun and not having the D3 Wound King is a real shame for poor Corey in this one. I don't know.
Unfortunately, guys running Pyro, so Pyro does nothing against this army.
Pyro's not strong in this matchup for sure.
Dwarven Magic is much stronger.
Yeah.
Reroll the hit, reroll the wound, distract him. -1 to wound, -1 to wound, -1 to wound.
Yeah. I think interesting is that these are 2 pretty slow armies.
Yes.
Like at least in general, and so the blind deployment I think is a huge deal here, because if they're in a weird spot, it could be almost like a non-game. Now if they just line up across from each other and decide to dance in the middle, it'd be interesting. We'll see.
Here's the problem. The Dwarven Holds army only has 4 spells that are bound. So it's only going to be able to repeat 1 spell.
Gotcha.
He just has the 1 battle rune. Oh, you're right. No wisdom. Yeah. That's a fair point.
The Pyro Wizard that has 4 spells and playing fire against a Dwarf army.
Yeah, this is like a no magic game. Kind of weird.
Oh, how typical for these dwarves to have no magic.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what though? No, I'm changing my. I'm going to go with Corey. I want to show the dwarves a little love.
Corey, I'm sure you're an amazing guy, but no, come on, Dwarven Holds, come on.
I feel obligated to abstain because it's dwarves versus dwarves, so I can't, in good conscience.
You're not allowed.
I can't pick.
The PO already said you could not.
Weak sauce.
I have you down for Corey already.
If there's any justice in the universe,
So we're pulling for the draw, 10-10.
There you go.
No draws.
I already have that
Classic.
story.
That's the way a dwarf match should end. Dwarf on dwarf, 10-10.
All right, moving on to match, second to last matchup. We got Luke DeGallen versus Connor. Luke's my boy from the Bay Area, from South Bay. Luke's a great guy. He loves his Saurian Ancients, as do I. And let's see what he's bringing. He's got the Anarch on Alchemy, Heirloom, Veil Mastery, and Mystifying Mastery. I don't know what any of those do. Skink Veteran with the bow, Tegu Warriors with 3 Caimans, more Caimans on foot, Hunters, Tegu Guard, the Cayman Elder Stick, which I'm just gonna say I started the Cayman Elder Stick fad. That's all me. But anyway,
Didn't you run to the Hot Fest?
yeah, I did. So Swarms, Weapons Beast, the Salamander, which is interesting. You don't see the Salamander very often nowadays. Gorillas, where the character goes, Pterodon Riders, and a Taurosaur with a Suncatcher Crystal. What's this? The Suncatcher Crystal is the grind attacks plus.
Yeah.
I'll look that one
combat
up.
res, right?
It's the 2d3 grind attacks and +1 to combat res.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're always trained 4 AP1.
Yes.
And it adds +1 to combat.
Yeah.
Combat
Yeah.
score.
It's a weird little item. It's not taken very often.
And his Toad has Channel 2.
Okay.
And what's the other mastery on there?
Mystifying Mastery.
Mystifying is first failed Dispel attempt during each enemy magic phase must be re-rolled.
Yeah, you get a reroll to your first dispel attempt, and that's a good
Yeah.
that's a quality upgrade. No, he does not.
30 points.
It's an
It's
interesting.
he's alchemy.
I think it's a good list.
It's a balanced,
as long as
balanced list.
Yeah, as long as he's got the Koru Stone on the Tegu Guard with the, so he's got the BSB bubble there. It's an interesting list. He's got, let's see, the Anarch with 5 spells with the Magical Heirloom, and also the Cayman Elders are 2 more spells.
Yep. He's got he doesn't have a champion on the Cayman Warriors.
No. That's fine though. That's fine though. You cannot take.
He does a Tiga Warrior as a champion, so there's Waken the Beast there.
Okay, that's what it is.
The Salamanders are very, very interesting because they're very, very good if they get close enough.
I think against his opponent Connor,
Yeah, well, yeah,
that's
it's
going to be boss.
pretty good against Vermin Swarm.
Yes, they are.
Another Twin Towers list. Oh no, it's a pulpit, not a.
Both.
Yeah, he's got, but no, but the pestilent pulpit. Is that the big one or is that the small mount?
No, that's the old. The bell, and what's the other one? The furnace.
Whatever. Yeah, the big thing that goes in the unit.
That will go into disciples.
With like 8 great weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Like poison and whatnot, right?
With
Yeah,
poison.
it's got some, it does some work.
And it's unbreakable when it has more ranks.
Vermin Sender with the rocket, storm rocket, which is interesting. Prefect. I don't know what they do. Both
So
alchemists.
the prefect with the toga and alchemist is going to go into the black furs with great weapons. That's a very, very naughty unit.
It's a lightning reflexes, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
and it rerolls ones. I played VS a lot here recently just to get familiar with the book. That unit gets a hold of something, it will go through it. It doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeesh.
The prefect with the blessing and pistol will go in. I think that makes him go into. Oh, that gives that unit ASF too. Holy crap!
Oh, they're both ASF great weapon.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Plague Hermit Blessing allows him to go into the disciples.
Oh.
He's mean.
And with the pulpit, will he be able to stand behind something? No.
That I don't know. I don't think so. 'Cause I don't see the other.
I don't think so. No.
So there'll be agility 5 or 6. I mean, rats are pretty fast. So.
Ugh.
And poison.
And poison on a 6. And a 6 of ages. Well,
Damn vermin swarm. Double Doomspark device, 2x3 rotary guns.
I would have preferred to see Giselle's, but rotary guns are still good when they have mass shots.
How does this matchup look?
I'm going with Connor.
And Connor, just unless I think Luke's the better player. But if Connor stumbles his way into one of those units, it's dead. Like, I don't see the Black Fur unit and the Disciples will beat up that Tigu Guard unit pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's got to, I mean, Luke's got to soften up some units before they get into any combat, which I don't know. I'm not sure he's able to do, besides the salamanders.
Yeah.
Luke has a lot of chaff. Skink hunters are chaff. Swarms are chaff. Gorillas are chaff. Pterodons are chaff.
Yeah, but the vermin's going to go ahead, take objective, nothing else, get you from range, because you got the rotary guns and you just not enough bodies in the Saurians, and you still have that hereditary spell from the vermin.
He's not gonna take that. He's gonna take Hand of Glory for an Aegis save to make everything up a 4 Aegis. And he's got hit and wound on 4s with Witchcraft.
Yeah, he doesn't have the master spells though.
No, he does not. I don't think he needs it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, this is a shit matchup, Luke. I'm sorry. I gotta. Yeah, I gotta. This guy's gonna just line up across from the center with those 2 units and.
Yeah, and just dare you to go into it. Yeah.
And Luke's gonna away. Yeah.
Hug the flanks and work around.
Yeah, he really. Yeah, Luke's got to find some chink in his armor on a flank somewhere. Maybe throw the Tegu unit into one of those big blocks, but then get a Taurosaur, some Elders, something in the flank also to make it happen.
The one thing I'll say is that once something starts to go south for the vermin, very quickly the whole army's going to fold.
Yes.
But I don't know. If I were Connor, I'd be not cornering, but start in a corner and work my way out through there so you can't get around that flank.
I don't think he's going to be able to. Those blocks are big.
Well, it all depends on terrain.
The 12-inch deployment.
He's going to at least fill up half of his deployment zone, probably more.
Yeah. He's got 3 massive bricks.
He's got sling the.
You know what, guys? I've got faith in Luke.
There we go.
All right.
I'll give you it's an uphill battle for Luke, but Luke can do it. Luke can do it.
All right. So you're liking Luke. Andrew, who you liking?
I'm going with my boy Connor.
You know, is he 21 yet?
Unfortunately, he goes to that school in the South called Ohio. I won't say their name, but he's got to be close to 21 now. I can't support him. That's the only thing I don't like about the kid.
We are Penn State. All right.
20. His dad just told me.
He's 20. All right. And Aaron, who do you choose?
I think it's. I think Luke, you know, I wish I could vote for you, but this is a rough match.
Luke, you can do it.
I don't know. I want, in spirit, I want Luke to win, but I do feel like this one favors Connor quite a bit, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, the other thing I'll say is, like, first time I met the father-son duo, it's like it inspired me, and hopefully my son will be at the next Buckeye next year playing Saurians.
Nice.
Fingers crossed. So
Nice.
Follow hopefully in their footsteps because they inspired me.
They're
That's
great
awesome.
people. They really are.
All right, we are on to, I think, the last matchup. We have Mark versus B-Rad Cash Dollar. Oh man, another dwarf army. Ugh.
Two dwarf armies. I think Andrew and I are playing the wrong things. I mean, he's undead and I'm KOE. It's
What is he?
there's what, 2 VCs, there's 2 UDs, there's 2 KOEs. Everything else is either ID or
Jeez.
Warriors.
warriors.
Warriors are high elves and dwarves.
Yeah.
Joy.
So this is another king with Rune of Destruction, Rune of Might. So this is the big bad king. Rune
Yes.
of Mining. I don't know what Rune of Mining does.
That's the one where you choose a terrain piece. You treat that terrain
Ah.
piece as
Open trade.
Open terrain.
as open terrain for movement purposes, but you still have to be outside of it,
Yeah.
1 inch away.
BSB with double rune lightning, pretty standard there. Anvil of Power, Greybeards, Marksman, Kingsguard, Deep Watch, Forge Wardens.
Forge
with the-
Wardens.
With the Runic Center of Dismay, the minus to your charging them. Double Steam Copter, double Flame Cannon, double Ballista.
I like this list.
This is a
Doesn't
solid list, except for the army he's going to play next.
Again, the
really is.
flaming artillery.
Yeah.
against the world dwarves. Jeez.
Besides that, it's a very good list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's playing against ID. But still, I mean,
Bad luck.
We'll see what's in the ID list.
Yeah, let's see what's in the ID list here.
Yeah.
Overlord on a Bull,
It's all bad.
Torok Commissioner BSB, Adept on Pyromancy, Adept on Alchemy, Citadel Guard, Levies, Torok Anointed, Titan Mortar, Giant.
hey, Mark, what is the. Scroll up on the top dwarf list for me.
Mhm.
What is. Oh, he does have it. Where is it at?
He's got a Rune of Storms. That's going to
be a bad news for that bull.
Rune of
Yeah.
Storms, where is it? Oh, right there.
It's on the BSB.
Yeah.
Thought I seen
So-
it. That's what I'm looking for.
So that's going to prevent him from using his fly, which is actually slower than his ground movement, but also halves his movement regardless.
Is that all the time? The whole game, or just one time?
That's one turn.
One turn.
And with the
But he's got to make his move, so he makes his move with the bull, and then we can activate it and chaff it. Right?
No, and then you activate it. He's not going to go anywhere because he's only going to be advanced for March 7th.
Yeah.
So then, and he's got the bolt throwers as well, are still strength 6, AP 10.
What does this king have? Does a king do D3 wounds?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It is strength
got the-
63 wounds.
No, Rune of Destruction. He just has that one, right? The Rune of Might is Strength.
Oh, yep.
Craftsman-
And it's. Oh, crap.
Destruction.
So he's going to be strength 7, strength 8 on the charge, D3 wounds. Rune of Craftsmanship means that his hand weapon counts as a great weapon.
Oh.
Mm.
So, okay.
So
And he's
super
sitting
high.
there with 6 wounds.
And he
I
goes
mean-
into the deep water of the King's Guard.
I would throw him in the Kingsguard, therefore they're stubborn, and then throw
And
the
he has
Kings
6.
into Deep
He has
Watch.
6 runes, right? 6 runes.
It's got Rune of the Forge, So if he's getting hit with flaming attacks, it's a 2-up armor or 2-up Aegis. He's got a 1-up armor save. Rune of Steel, I think, is reroll failed armor saves.
Yeah, I don't think he has an answer for that king at all.
Yeah, just don't try to kill the king. Don't kill the king. That's the rule when you're playing dwarves.
Just go kill, work on everything else.
But the thing is, when you do that, you really have to have good chaff to chaff the king and his unit. And I don't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
That way.
He has no chaff. He has 0 chaff.
Yeah.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4 units. That's it.
I'm going Dwarven Holds.
Yeah, Mark's a very solid player out of the Lansing area. He hasn't played in a while, but back in the day he was really solid. And I think Mr. Catchdoll is more of a
It's Billy, I think.
So I know Brad Catchdollar's army looks pretty good, but I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Detmer.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go with the dwarves. Ugh.
Woo!
Kills me inside.
Oh wait, there are 2 dwarven lists here. Which dwarves?
No, the actual dwarves, the Dwarven Holds dwarves.
Aaron.
10-10.
Oh, come on!
That's not acceptable.
Ooh. You can't do it. Come on, you gotta pick one.
Pick a dwarf to win.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna back Mark. Mark and I are old friends and chat Highborn Elves all the time, and I can't believe that he's piloting a dwarf list. After all these years, I'll have to question it. But I think that king kills the world in this one, and I think that the ballistas can do a lot of work. I wish he had miners instead of Forge Wardens, but I think that it's a cool list, and I think he's got the advantage here.
I think the Forge Wardens will really come in handy if he starts playing any of those Elven lists or Vermin Swarm lists, or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a meta thing. I think that I don't know. I just like what they do for missions and stuff for dwarves. I think that changes what they can achieve in general. But in some of the more complicated missions for them. But yeah, I think he's got this one. I don't think anything can take off the Kingsguard and the king, so he just wins the objective and kills anything that goes into him.
Yep. I agree.
So that was 22 matches.
All right, that was everything. That's all that's in New Recruit. So I believe there's another match that's not in here yet. But we can't review what we can't see.
Can we just do something quick with Aaron here?
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, Fergus or Chuck?
Oh, we're gonna go through all of them with Aaron.
Yeah, we're not going through the list. We're just going to say pick one.
I think Ogre Khan's in that one.
All right, so that's Mr. Sadler.
Yeah.
All right.
They're just doing blind deployment, blind army. You don't even know what the army is.
Yep.
You just know the player and the name. That's all you're going with.
Exactly.
I know the style. I know the style of lists that each one of these, at least historically, has played. Fergus is going to run dragons, and Chuck is going to run double cannon. Lots of shooting ogres. That's if they took the armies they usually take, that's an ogre win.
Okay.
All right, we're not even opening the list.
No.
Don't even look at the list.
He's what he gets going up play.
Just tell me, did I call it?
No,
No, you didn't.
How many dragons?
no cannons, no dragons.
No
No.
cannons, no dragons. All right, completely different list. I don't know.
All right.
No guess.
Hobgoblins versus Infernal Dwarves, which is Max and CJ. CJ?
Who took hobgoblins? Golly. All right. I don't even know what that does anymore. It's been 3 updates. I have no idea. Hobgoblins, sure.
All right.
All right, Max.
Andrew Hedis versus Judge. So Highborn Elves versus the new Orcs and Goblins.
How many orcs does it have?
All orcs. All the
orcs.
time.
That's a win for the Highborn Elves.
Okay.
You're fighting with a hand behind your back there. Whoever took the orcs.
All right. Sorry, Jed. I'm the only one who picked you, bud. Let's see. Alex Myers
Take it with a huge spoonful of salt.
Oh,
I literally haven't looked at your list.
Who's this? Luke, which is Warriors and Dark
Warriors.
Gods versus Alex and Beast Herds.
Do the Beasters have an Evo Master?
No.
Not that I recall.
Warriors.
No,
All right.
Warriors.
So we're going Luke.
Yeah.
What's Luke's last name? Nickel.
Nickel. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Then we've got Frankie with Highborn Elves versus Mr. Mooney with Beast Herds.
Frank's list. If he's
All right.
running what he has been running previously, I think Frankie.
All right. And let's see. Oh no, hold on. You skipped. Where's Josh and Jeff?
Right there at the
You
top.
skipped. Oh, there they are. Josh with Warriors versus Jeff with Orcs and Goblins.
Wait, Jeff Durham?
No,
Jeff Brenner.
The last column is cut off for me, so I'm not only do I not see the list, I don't even know the players that are playing.
Well, it's Josh Gurn.
it's
You know
a
Josh
total,
Gurn.
yeah.
Josh Gurn on Warriors, and then someone named
Yeah.
Jeff Brenner on ONG.
I mean, same question. How many goblins?
all Goblins.
no.
All
No,
goblins?
no. It's kind of a mixed list. It's kind of a mixed list.
Trolls. Two units of trolls, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, how many Git launchers?
Zero.
Ah, come on. All right. I'm gonna go with Josh. Josh, you got it, Josh.
All right. Let's see. It's Derek. Where's Derek? There he is. So Michael Borden with Demons versus Derek with Vermin Swarm.
How many Giselles?
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
Eric.
This is a double bell. This is a double tower list again.
Twin Tower, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is a tower list.
How many Legion Thresher chariots are there?
None.
None in that list.
Hmm.
Scourge Omen?
There's this no Scourge Sentinel.
Scourge Sentinel.
Scourge Sentinel. Scourge, Flying Scourge. I don't. I think that's a tough matchup. Oh, Derek.
All right.
James Shaw Warriors versus O'Brien Jennings VC.
He's running Mince's old
VC.
list.
I know. Yeah, VC. I know. VC.
Okay. Simon Herfrey, Infernal Dwarves. Matt Combs, Highborn Elves.
White Lion High Elves.
Yeah.
Like a lot of White Lions.
Yes.
Are there Titans and Bulls in the ID list?
There's a big block of 5 anointed in a bowl. And an Iron
Yeah.
Demon.
Okay, that's cool. I love a lion themed list. Go Highborn Elves. Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
John Ailes, Empire Sunset, or Kurt on UD.
Mass shooting Empire. Mass.
Yeah, Gunline.
Gunline.
Versus
Any
Drake.
Griffins? Any Griffins or anything like that?
No. It's all shooting with a
Huge
big
pack of Imperial Guard, double altars.
Wow,
quadruple monster UD.
Cannons and Imperial.
Cannon.
Like,
Yeah, I think
if
the
it's
arcs
true,
get. They kill the arcs. I think the EOS.
I don't think he had arcs.
They had one
Huh?
arc.
Okay.
Oh, just one arc. Oh,
All right.
Hmm.
Chris Mintz on VC, of course. Adam Hilton Warriors.
DC
Okay. Brian
match.
Brian Hewley on Surrey Ancients, or Todd McGee on Ogre Cons.
Wild Hunter Ogre Cons.
No.
Nobody plays Wild Hunter anymore.
No.
No,
There's a wild heart list. Yeah.
yeah, there's a wild
Heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Sadler is.
Sadler has it, yeah.
So this is
And Fergus has no dragons. Okay. Wow. That's a shame. All right. I think yeah, let's go with Ogre Cons. I've watched that game a few times recently. Not those people, but that matchup, and I think the Ogres just yeah.
All right, Taras on Demon Legions or Chris McDonald on Warriors.
Yeah.
the Helmall list. Double Herald.
It's a Helmall list. Yeah. Double Herald Helmall. Yeah.
Double
Is
Herald versus
there a Div Master in the?
Not Div Master, but there's a Div Adept with an Omen
Oh.
on a chariot.
Oh, the Throne of Overwhelming Splendor. That's awesome. Good for him. All right, I think.
Quite model in the game, but he's got it.
Yeah. Yeah, Terrace. I like that list. That sounds cool. Go Terrace.
All right.
Kill the Heralds. Kill the
Mark Lohman on Warriors or Mark Lewis on Sylvan Elves?
This is 3 units of 10 chosen.
Yeah, 3 units of 10 chosen in the Warriors.
Mark
Is
Lewis
it the net list, the Sylvan net list, or what's?
It is a net list. It's tons of shooting. MSU.
Yeah,
Has a
MSU.
big block of Dryads with toxic spores.
Oh. The
Yeah, he
chosen-
has answers.
Yeah. I'd take Sylvans. Go Sylvans.
That's
You can
right.
Do it.
Come
No, I
on.
want that one.
Come
3
on.
times 10 chosen with.
Come
3 times
on.
10 chosen with. Come on.
Alex Romero on Romano on Kingdom of Equitane or Ben Keller on Warriors?
Have I said how glad I am that we're doing this? This is. I feel like I'm being milked here.
This is the last one. This is the last one. This is the last one.
It's the last one. The KOE list has 0 solo models. But does have a 1 unit of quests, 1 unit of 8 quests, 8 resplendents, but they're not stubborn. They're not the one with bodyguard. Everything's on horse or unicorns in terms of characters. He's running Adaptive and Master Druid.
Ooh.
Wow, that sounds like a weird list. All right, what's the other person now?
Two elders, an ancestor, alchemy, I think. He's running
Master.
alchemy, yeah.
Okay.
And a big brick of Feldrax and warriors. And two flayers.
That's tough, actually. I don't really like that KOE list, but I think that nice of the quests when they can mark something like Feldrak and get that BS rule against like half your army are really, really powerful. And backed up with Master Druidism, like they never die. So I think I might go KOE on that one.
All right, Mr. Romano. Everyone loves Raymond.
All right, I think that is everything.
Okay.
Any final words from the what are we? The assembled council.
Yeah. Who do you got picking winning it all there, Kenyon? You've seen all these lists.
That's the right question.
I'll go off. I got Neil. Neil's my horse.
That's a good choice. That's a solid choice. Shoot.
The only reason I'm not going with Neil is if he comes up against some of these shooting lists, they'll just devastate his list.
There's only one. I think there's 2 shooting lists. John Ailes and that Wood Elf list are probably the only 2 bad lists for him.
The Dwarven Holds with all the flamethrowers. If they play. I understand your point. If they play.
Yeah, Neil's my horse. I'm riding him.
I don't know. I think there's so much flaming going on in this tournament. I want to go toward an Infernal Dwarf list. I don't know.
Mark, who you got?
me a favor. Can you scroll up for me? All right. Let's see here. I'm actually going to go with. I'm going with a long shot here.
Okay.
I want to go with Sean. I'm going to go with Mr. Mooney.
Oh, Sean Mooney. Okay, I love it. I love that pick. That's a good pick.
Okay.
All right.
I figured out. I'm going with Simon Herfrey
Oh,
on Infernal Doors. There's
do
my
you owe
pick.
him money?
Simon, you got this. You got this, Simon. All right, Aaron.
You didn't even pick him to win his. Wait, you didn't even pick him to win this game.
Don't worry. He's gonna lose round 1 and then win the tournament. Don't worry about it.
The Marine.
How about yourself, Aaron? You got a stab at one?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Mike Maddox.
All right.
Go all the way.
There you go.
There you go. Mike, I believe in you. Nobody can kill those ancestors. The Helmon. Nobody's played against the Helmon in years. He's just gonna confuse you and kill you with ancestors.
Speaking of which,
and-
did we see any lists, any armies not represented? All the elves are. All the undead are. Orcs and goblins are.
BH. DH. Yeah. All the
Dwarven
Holds is there.
All the dwarves are. That's interesting. Yeah.
I think we do. I think
US. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there are some
That's
that
cool.
are underrepresented. Like VC only has 2, UD only has 2, KOE only has 2. I think ONG only has 2. SA only has 2.
No, I think we got them all actually.
Yeah, it's a widespread. It's just a lot of warriors, a lot of infernal dwarves.
A lot of
Yeah,
high
it's-
elves.
Yeah, a lot of highborn elves. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 mini dwarven holds.
Fucking dwarves. God. All right. I'm looking forward to see the results. I'm glad we've done a lot of these list reviews and we've had a lot of predictions, but I don't think we've ever followed up on our predictions. So, Mark,
Well, now we have to now.
please send me all that stuff so I have it in my records, and maybe we'll do a little follow-up video just to see what how accurate we were.
And
good.
are either one of you two going to get in on the bet for a case of beer?
I will mail any who has a better record than me. I will mail you a case of beer.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
No, I'm sorry. The one person who has the better record, not all. If I'm in last place, I'm not mailing all 3 of you a case of beer. Screw that.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I read.
All right.
Thanks so
which
much, guys. Really appreciate
Which
it.
one were you? Are you You're going? Did I see your matchup?
No, I'm not. I'm not going.
Oh, you're not going. Okay.
No. Just as far as predictions, first round predictions.
Got it.
Thank you, all 3 of you, for joining us. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, the whole shebang. This is going to be a good tournament, and I am sad I cannot be there, but that's the way life is. But we
Thanks a
will.
lot.
Thank you again. Thank you all for joining. Andrew, thank you for joining us. You were great. Mark, thank you for jumping on. Aaron, the usual.
This was fun. Good,
Usual.
good to have some fresh faces. Good to see everybody. Good luck. Have fun. Sorry I'm not there.
Absolutely.
A few weeks there.
Yeah, that's right. Good luck in Italy.
Yeah, definitely. We are gonna do ETC battle reports, all 6 rounds, on this channel. That's coming up, so don't you worry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And we can really put Aaron in the hot seat and see how well he does.
Yeah. Watch me get beat really bad over in Europe. It'll be fun.
Don't be saying that. No, I got faith in you, bro.
Don't you dare say that.
You got this.
Oh,
Got this, my man. And we got to talk soon.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Hey,
Thanks for
guys.
watching.
Take care.
Later.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
guys.